with this. That's
do
all this is. This is just a fun, fucked up episode where we have a good time. And to be honest with you guys, I actually decided that I didn't want to get too fucked up too early because I normally just sip my whiskey or bourbon or whatever it is. I normally sip it straight, right? But I was like, man, this podcast could last like 10 hours. So I'm like, maybe I'll make actually like a whiskey and Coke this time around instead of actually doing it. So I am going to do a whiskey and Coke this time.
Wait, I thought there was some kind of schedule thing where somebody else is on at 9:00.
Kind of, yeah. We got the confidential, but I mean, that's not ours. So yeah, there's my whiskey and Coke, guys.
Yeah, I was very confused by that. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm like, wait, none of these shows have anything to do with each other. I don't get it. I'm like, wait, are they having all these shows on? I don't get it.
Yeah, and then I like Shane. Shane replied, "It's so that they can warm up the mic for me," meaning just you, Shane, not the rest of us.
Yeah, it is. So we support FF Confidential, of course, and they kind of support us on the back end. And prior to us coming out, there was FF Confidential that hit at 9, and then you have what is it at 7?
7 Club Fantasy, and then 10:30 is the Vipers.
Yeah, so we had like this open slot at 8:00, and we're like, hey, let's just slide right in there. Let's slide right in there and warm people up. Get them all fucked up for the.
No, listen. I don't want to piss in your fucking Cheerios, guys. You guys are having a fun conversation, but we got 21 fucking people watching, and they don't give a shit about what you're talking about. So if we could maybe get to the show, I'll bet they'd appreciate that. Just saying.
That would probably be nice. And guys, we are taking questions, so get those questions lined up for week 9. But let me go ahead real quick. Let me go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor. We got a brand new sponsor. This is only the second time I mentioned them, and that is Thrive Fantasy. So come hashtag prop up on Thrive Fantasy this season, right? Thrive Fantasy is actually a daily fantasy sports app for player props, which I love doing. They've eliminated the need to do countless hours of research. So it's more for like the average fan because they only ask about like the top tier athletes, in their respective sports. In our case, it's actually going to be football. So what you do is you actually choose 10 out of the 20 player prop options to build your lineup, very similar to like DFS. And then, you actually get to win big time money. The thing is, you got to go in and you guys got to use promo code CIRCLE for Join Our Circle. Once again, that's promo code CIRCLE. When you sign up today, and you will receive an instant match bonus up to $50. You have to at least deposit $20 in there. But go ahead and use the promo code CIRCLE when doing that, and they will match whatever you guys deposit. Download Thrive Fantasy on the App Store, Play Store, or by visiting their website, thrivefantasy.com. Sign up and prop up today. Yeah, that's the second time we did that. I hope I didn't butcher it.
No, that was a good read. It was much.
I was
better
just
than
gonna say
the first time was fucking trash. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, you heard it?
Yeah, this was epic.
Thank you. Yeah, the first time I didn't really know how to go about it, so I definitely stumbled through it. Now, what's going on, guys? I do have Dynasty Trades HQ with me, so get excited about that, guys. We got Shane in the house, we got Sipes in the house, and I don't know what's going on with Jeremy, but we'll find out here soon.
Us either.
Yeah, we don't know either. The message went out. I saw you send a message out to him.
Yeah, so we'll see if he ends up joining in. But anyways, guys, we're going to do, Mike, my co-host, you want to go ahead and talk about what is going to happen in this episode, and then we'll go ahead and let you guys introduce yourselves and talk about where to find you.
What is going to happen in this episode? I don't have a fucking clue. I mean, the good thing about this episode is for the first time in fantasy intervention history, I am not the most inappropriate dude on the fucking live stream. Like every once in a while we start the show off and I'm like, who's the guest? Like, are they big into no swearing? Like, do they not masturbate because Jesus is watching? Like, I never know what I'm dealing with. So I'm afraid to make jokes, but
doesn't that
Shane
make it better?
That's what I do.
Watching, right?
I leave the skylight open just to make sure.
I just assume Jesus is watching when I'm doing it. I'm like, oh, you like this, don't you?
So this is what I'm saying. So now I have Shane in here, so I can finally let my hair down. I mean, I've been holding back, Chase. Like I've been saying a lot of stuff like professional Mike. You know what I mean? Like I don't like to say things that might offend people out loud, but now that Shane's here, fuck it, we're going to do it. So the way that we do it, as always, is we are going to recap our week 8 calls. We're going to give you those post-waiver wire ads. We're going to do a little dumpster diving. Likes to do at 2 a.m. outside the club if no one wanted to go home with me inside. That was good-looking enough. We're going to do starts and sits outside the consensus top 20 running back and wide receiver, top 15 quarterbacks and tight ends. And we are going to answer every one of your questions, even if they seem dumb as shit. We are still going to give you an answer because that's what we're here for, and we've all been drinking. So let's do it.
And they don't need to be fantasy football related. Like you just want to ask fucking anything. I'll fucking tell you. I don't care.
God.
It's an AMA. So guys, Mike, Shane, let's go ahead and talk about where we can find you guys and what you guys do.
Michael.
Right. Yeah, the funniest part about all this stuff, we've been doing this now for this week, actually. Oh, we're Dynasty Trades HQ. You can find us on Twitter at Dynasty Trades HQ and on iTunes. But this week is our 150th episode. So, yeah, we've been doing it just under 3 years now. Thank you. And it's there's so many podcasts and so many people out there doing shows and everything, but it's that consistency that keeps you going. And, we've never missed a week. Shane's only ever missed one episode. I've missed a couple. We've had some guests, but we've been doing it for a while. And here's our third.
Oh, Jeremy's
there.
Here's your first guy, the guy with all the vision, the magic guy, Madman. How are you guys?
Okay. Well, I guess we can say that.
I knew as soon as I joined, Mike would be talking and in full sentence, and I'd have to wait my turn. just like a regular show.
Really?
So,
Faith?
So then what? Go ahead.
No, I was talking to Faith down here in the comments, but go ahead.
Hey, can I just point out that Jeremy joined and we lost 16 followers like instantly? Like that was magic, my man.
But you gained one hot chick, and that matters a lot.
That's all that matters.
That's
I never
all
gain
that
hot
you
chick.
need to care about.
I always get 15 dudes and no hot chicks, whether it's here
15
or
chicks.
in the club.
15 chicks joined, then Madman was in the room.
30
guys left.
Well, Jeremy, right when you came in, they just asked us to introduce ourselves. So you with your rock star glasses and everything,
man,
that way.
You know what? Jeremy. The future is so bright. I have to wear shades. Everything's great. I'm looking forward to 2021. Hashtag 2020. What a year. Everything's been crazy from this election that we're dealing with to football injuries, everything. I'm looking forward to 2021. So hence the shades. Guys, I am the Dynasty Madman. You can find me on Twitter at Dynasty Madman. I work with these crazy fuckers right here, Shane and Mike, on the Dynasty Trades HQ, and some other people too out there. And Off the Rails Dynasty Pod, Off the Rails Dino Pod. You can find me there like once every quarter, I guess. In fact, we're going to be releasing a show after Friday. So that's my pet project. Look for that. If you care about the HQ, you care about all the stuff we do as pet projects. Shane's over there taking a nap because Shane doesn't get a lot of sleep.
Well, and what I was saying about our show and everything, you can find me at FF Blitz and forget it. Hey, Shane, tell everybody where they can find you.
Did Shane get to go yet? Oh my God, I'm sorry I went before you. I know you're not used to that.
I'm at Shane is the worst.
He came first.
Twitter. And I write for Dynasty League Football. I do the Dynasty Trades HQ podcast, and I do the YouTube Mannequin Show with my buddy Scott Connor. And I don't know. You can determine if I'm manic or if I'm chill in that
manic.
It's a pretty easy one.
Yeah.
No,
if you know anything about Shane, you know which half he is on that.
I love y'all's podcast, love y'all's show, love y'all's content. That's why I had to have you guys on. Shane was actually my first guest I ever had on a podcast before, ever. So,
hey, my condolences and also congratulations.
There's a couple people like I've gotten to be their first guests, and it's cool. It's really cool because it makes you feel like, all right, I'm not a raging asshole. Even if just because you have an ex-wife.
So because you've been on someone's show as their first guest, you're not a raging asshole. Okay.
Right. Well, that's what I tell my therapist.
Good analysis right there.
Yeah. I don't understand how the two mesh, but I agree. You're not a raging asshole. You're one of the coolest people I know. And if you're going to have a first guest, you better break the ice big time, and Shane will help you do that. And Mike, too, if you need help with any of that stuff. Mike, man, what that guy doesn't know ain't worth knowing.
Sounds good.
Now,
football questions.
Before we actually lose some listeners, we are going to answer some questions tonight, guys. I don't want you guys to think that we're not going to answer questions. We have questions. We have them teed up. Like, I see you, Drew. We got you. We're going to answer this question for you here in a second. Actually, you guys want to start out with this one first? Go ahead and start out with the question.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because we already have them lining up. Galladay's hurt. T. Higgins is on a bye. Who should I pick up to start? Mike Williams or Corey Davis? Williams or Corey Davis?
So I'm gonna, and this feels weird to say, I'm gonna go with Corey Davis because I feel like he's a little more consistent. I love Mike Williams. It's just the target share every week can fluctuate just too wildly. CD's balling out in year 4, so I'll take CD.
Yeah, I agree with that. I would go Corey Davis also. And it is funny when you said it sounds funny because anybody that listens to our show all these years knows how much you love Corey Davis, but it's kind of died down a little bit this past year. But I think out of those two, he's definitely the more consistent of the two there.
Yeah, I think these guys make a great argument, but you know what? Put your balls to the wall and do Mike Williams this week. Just this week, though. And then go back to Corey Davis after that.
Who do they have? The Chargers this week? I mean, I'm sorry, do they have Jacksonville this week?
They do.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. That could be actually a good matchup, but he could also see Henderson, who's probably been the best rookie corner so far in the season.
Yeah,
or at least he's up there in the top 3 or 4.
And Mike Williams is going against the Raiders.
Corey Davis.
I know, and then I said, and Mike, but Jeremy's saying to go Mike Williams. I said, and Mike Williams is going up against the Raiders.
Oh, was that okay? All right.
Wasn't that the question? Those were the two choices, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Corey Davis is going against the Bears, guys. I don't know where the hell you guys are.
We're looking a week back.
You guys are just making shit up at this point. But
your defense is no slouch, but their offense is terrible.
So Corey Davis has double-digit points in every game he's played. That will end with the Bears.
I am
also going big Mike Williams. I'm with you, Jeremy. Let's go balls to the wall. I mean, the guy will have either no catches or 140 yards.
I know. I mean, it's a risk, but hey.
Yeah,
this season is the time to do it. Go big or go home. Thank you.
Yeah, man. I'm not touching the fucking Bears defense and Corey Davis. He's going to fall flat the second you trust him because he's a dick. So I'm not doing it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I get you.
He has double-digit fantasy points in all 5 games he's played so far this year. So
on everyone's bench, you put him in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom.
All right, so let's go ahead.
Where Corey Davis is chilling on your bench, man.
Yeah,
Mike, let's go ahead and kick this episode off. Man, what's the first thing we got lined up?
First thing we have is the recap from last week: the good, the bad, and the ugly.
God.
So let's start with the good. We absolutely destroyed the quarterback position, coming into consensus 19 and 21 in the ESPN rankings because those fools can't touch us. We gave you Matthew Stafford and Phillip Rivers. You finished quarterback 4 and 5. You don't get a better return on investment than that. We gave you Marvin Jones. We gave you Robert Tonyan, Travis Fulgham, and as the pre-mentioned, Big Mike Williams as a guy you want to be picking up. Everybody's spending their fab on him this week if people are dumb enough to drop him, but not you because we told you to pick him up ahead of time. Now, you want to talk about the bad. There is some bad here, and I literally had to publicly apologize for Nelson Aguilar. I touted him hard. I was selling him like literally Girl Scout cookies. Put him in your lineup because I won once. You know what I mean? I was the guy on the heater at the craps table, so I let that shit ride. Give me another Aguilar. Give me another Aguilar. And literally, he bent me over that craps table and did things to me that are unforgivable. No catches, no points.
Mike, probably because you're calling him by the wrong name.
Yeah, you keep on saying Aguilar.
It's Aguilar.
What the fuck? I'm not, guys. This is an English class. It's a live stream. It's fucking not English class.
No, but it's great. It's great when Shane is correcting you when you're saying someone's name. That's the great part about it.
Hold on. Well, anyway, let's talk about who guaranteed. I don't know which way to point. We're going to point this way. So, Chase, you want to talk about who you guaranteed a breakout game from while we're making fun of me?
Henry Ruggs, who had a touchdown, by the way. Henry Ruggs had a touchdown
taken away from him, right?
And it was it was.
How many points did that go for your lineup?
It was in the end zone. That would have been a double-digit week. Yeah. And the thing was like that. Like everybody saw it. Everybody's like, "That's going to be a touchdown." Like they reviewed it, and they still, for whatever reason, didn't call it a touchdown, and it drove me insane, absolutely insane, because I did call it breakout week. Now it wouldn't have been a breakout week like I called. That's my first rookie, by the way, where I did not hit the breakout week, but I did miss on Henry Ruggs because they did not call it a touchdown. And yeah, you can't sit there and say if and when for fantasy. It's either it is or it isn't. That's kind of what I love about it.
When your toe is on the white line, you have to leave a little bit of green in between in order to get that call, especially if it was already ruled not a catch, unfortunately, for Ruggs.
That was the thing. It wouldn't have gotten flipped either way.
So
it was whatever was going to be called.
Whatever was called was, yeah.
Raquan, I don't like that trade. No, I won't accept I wouldn't give up.
Really?
You can't just re-rambling out of a
No.
comment. We're not there yet, Shane.
But this is what he does. This is what he does.
Did you just jump ahead on their show? Come on, bro.
So, I'm looking at the comments. Look, guys, you're not talking to me or about me. I don't fucking care. So I'm reading the comments, trying to keep myself occupied.
Yeah, we can mute you. You can do that all day. I mean, it's cool.
All right, what else?
So
he's muted.
Yeah, so Le'Veon Bell didn't happen. My bad. Drew Sample didn't happen. That's Chase's bad. So we fucked up a little bit, but hopefully you paid out on those quarterbacks.
Right.
That's
so
awesome.
let's move on to some listener questions. Maybe the one that Shane was answering. We can start out with if you want.
Wait, no. We got to at least stay in order a little bit because some of these people are going to end up, leaving.
Well,
Hello,
howdy ho, Scotland.
Scotland.
Do they say howdy ho in Scotland?
Oh, I've got a brogue.
No, not at
I've got a
all.
wicked brogue.
Oh, it's Christmas.
Oh my God, do we start Swift or Hasty this week? I like both these guys' situations.
Oh man, I'm off of Hasty though. Did you see the whole damn 49ers just got knocked out with COVID? No Ayuk, no Williams.
No, Ayuk got knocked out too.
Yes.
Yeah. Ayuk,
Yeah.
Trent Williams. Oh yeah, they're going to be 16 men in the box if that's legal.
Wait, is this the situation where they had it or they were in close contact and they
Close
can actually
contact,
they're
they're ruled
out.
out.
And
They're
it's a
out.
Thursday night game. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
they don't
Oh, it's a
have time to
Thursday
get
night. Oh
back.
yeah.
It's
I just did
tomorrow.
this episode about it. I'm an idiot.
They go
So,
on.
so what is it like? Trent Taylor is like the best wide receiver left on that team.
Dude, they
for
only have
tomorrow?
one wide receiver. Could you imagine this? Wait. Can you guys imagine this real quick? And we'll come back to this question. Can you guys imagine sitting there, right, and saying, "Hey, I'm going to trade you, right, to Dante Pettis. I'm going to trade you.
Oh yeah.
We can't trade you, so I'm going to go ahead and cut you." And then today, one day later, hey, Dante, you want to come home? You want to come back to us?
Just for one game, bro. It's Pettis season.
Now the Giants already claimed him, so that's not going to happen. But who are they going to get? They only have one healthy wide receiver.
Mohamed Sanu. I think Mohamed Sanu was working out.
He hasn't passed the concussion or the COVID protocol. He can't play.
Well, that's the thing. The game is
they're
tomorrow.
done.
The
Yeah, they're
game's
gonna have to sneak
tomorrow.
someone
so
in. I don't
nobody-
know.
Oh yeah, they
they
can't.
They have some
They
white
can't.
trash
Taylor.
guy.
Now,
Ben
Mullins is a
Morgan.
hell of an athlete. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those plays where you fire the ball up and you run as fast as you can and you just catch it. Like they
I think I
might
did that a lot when
actually
I was
have
like
to do
3.
that. Yeah, they might have to
Right,
do
but
that.
that's why I said is Trent Taylor the best wide receiver there now.
He's
I
the
mean,
only
what
wide
other-
receiver.
He's the only one.
only one.
Or
Well,
Richie
so that-
James is injured too. He has a shoulder issue.
He's questionable. Yeah, you got some Chris Pinky or Hinky or some shit from the practice squad. I think right now is lining up at wide receiver too. I think he's a white dude, so I'm not expecting a ton of athletics.
Okay, that's racist.
So
You really are Shane.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
you guys you're the Shane of the show.
No, I told you guys, like getting these two together.
Exactly. You did. You said you warned us.
This poor Scottish guy. He's probably got to go to bed because I think.
yeah,
the
sorry,
time
buddy.
he
Go
works
Dion.
like
Go Swift. I'm sorry.
4 in the
man.
morning
So-
there.
And
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right, too.
It's got to be Swift. I mean, the way who knows what's going to happen there?
Like, we
tomorrow
don't even
night.
know that San Francisco's going to play tomorrow at this point.
Yeah, the Niners are rolling
Oh,
out
yeah.
Richie
I saw that
and
today.
Trent Taylor and
Richie
Richie James. That's bad.
That's not good.
If Richie James is healthy,
Yeah, he's questionable.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
but I mean,
questionable.
Taylor will get hurt after one tackle.
Yeah, Hasty could have 38 touches. It's just, there's going to be 50 men in the box. So it's just, I can't imagine that he's going to really produce. But
Yeah,
Wait,
so
and they're
Ross
playing.
Dwelly week for 2020, right here.
Oh, yeah,
He's going
for
to
sure.
catch some passes.
Well, he's the man.
So they're playing against Green Bay too, right? So
Yeah, it's
put
going
in
to be a
any of your.
massacre.
Yeah, I was going to say
It
put
is.
any of your Green Bay IDP players. in
it
that
sucks
game.
because Green Bay's run defense kind of sucks.
Yeah,
So
well, yeah, that's
Hasty
what I was hoping for.
should tear them up.
Let's just hand off the ball.
McKinnon, baby, McKinnon.
Well, yeah,
Jets,
it-
that's right.
Yeah,
Well, they might have to use
McKinnon and
wide
Hasty. Good
McKinnon's
stuff.
going to be the only skill position player that's actually going to make it to halftime, and then he'll get hurt in the third quarter.
His
Yeah.
legs are tired. His legs are
and
gonna
he
be
was
tired.
the one that showed up last week, anyways, in that game for the running backs. So
I love the
Yeah.
generalized injury report, Shane. Tired legs.
That's what he
Well,
had.
I don't
That's
have
what
anything
Shanahan said.
specific. Brain drained. Like,
Yeah,
like,
no,
That's what Shanahan literally said. Like, he literally said tired legs.
exactly. And Shane doesn't have a medical degree, so that's good enough for us.
As far as you know, I think he
All right.
probably does.
Grant Lewis, he always has these nicknames for me, and I know who Big Dick Nick is, but who the hell is Faker G? This is literally like the 6th week in a row where you brought up Faker G, and I have no idea who Faker G is.
Baker Mayfield.
Is it
Baker
Baker?
Mayfield.
It has to be, right? We're trying to figure that out because we used to think it was Garoppolo.
But what's the G?
Could have been Garoppolo.
We
but
thought...
Garoppolo's out, so it can't be him.
Brant, who the fuck are you talking about?
And the Browns are on bye.
Your code words, man.
Oh, rest of the season.
We got to skip him because I don't know who the fuck he's talking about.
I don't either. We skip him every time because we have no idea.
It's fucking Foles. Go with the other guy. Whoever Faker G is, go with him.
Whoever Faker G is, that's the guy you start.
You skip him every week. That's
Baker
hilarious.
Mayfield.
Well, we don't know who Faker G is.
No.
Now he's saying Faker Gayfield is what he's writing. So what the heck is it?
God,
So I guess it's
Baker Mayfield.
Okay, Baker Mayfield.
Dude,
So
if you're able to start
Mayfield,
Baker Mayfield, kudos. That's great.
Well, since you're calling him Faker Gayfield, I'm not even going to answer your fucking question.
That's where I was going to go, Shane. That's what I was going to say. Hey, Dougie's here.
Dobbins, Moss.
All right. Go ahead.
Dobbins, Moss, AB, or Shepard in a half-point PPR. I am rolling with the rookie, J.K. Dobbins.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with you, brother. That's my boy.
Definitely.
They're up against Indy, right?
Yeah.
Indy's tough to run against, man.
They are, but
like they're probably one of the best run defenses in the league, definitely top 3.
And one of the best run offenses,
but still,
the Ravens.
No, it's not this year.
Dude, those guys run the ball so much with the opportunity he has. They're bound to get some freaking yardage. I think it's going to happen just through sheer volume alone. Yeah, the Ravens are going to command that game. I think that's my opinion.
I don't know that I'm starting AB when my options are Shepard or Dobbins.
Not yet.
Yeah, I'd like to see just something. And I realize he could go off for 10 and 200 yards as a big fuck you, like a Tom Brady, like a fuck you to the rest of the league. Like I wanted AB and this is why. But I'm definitely going Dobbins here. I know that the run defense is tough, but Dobbins is a special cat, man. And he finally got some run last week. And hopefully Ingram will be out again this week.
Yeah, I don't think he's
more
playing.
run. Yeah, we'll get some more run from Dobbins.
You can't find a better fit for J.K. Dobbins than the Ravens. If you look back to how he played in college, in the pistol off the hip of the quarterback then, in the shotgun, the Ravens are the college epitome of the Ohio State Buckeyes. And then they drafted J.K. Dobbins to plug him right in. So I have no worries about that guy as long as he's getting the volume.
Mm-hmm. I'm not playing Shepard this week up against Washington, man. That secondary is overall pretty good, and they're going to shut down Shepard, in my opinion. Probably get a ton of pressure, probably a couple sacks on, of course, Daniel Jones. So, Mike, you want to lead us into our first segment second segment since we're not
segment
there?
Yeah,
there's segments. Yeah.
So next segment is players that may have been dropped. You should give a look to. We were doing under 60% ownership waivers, and Chase decided he didn't like us being right, so now we're dumpster diving. So these are people who were dropped in sleeper. They are trending down, and we don't think they should be. So this week we're going to bring you 4 of them. Rashad Higgins is the first. My whole thing is, are you fucking kidding me? You guys spent how much fab on this fool? I told you not to, but you did.
Yeah, we told you not to.
We said don't do it, and then you do. And then you drop him after one bad game because he's going into a bye week. It makes no damn sense.
We're throwing money in the trash can.
That's all you did. You pissed it away for no fucking reason. And now he's sitting out there for free. Just go pick him back up because he is still a wide receiver too in a decent volume offense with apparently Faker G as his quarterback.
God.
So, I mean, honestly, he's far from trash at this point. Has to be on your roster. Not sure what you were doing. The second one, listen, he hurt me too. Nelson. Go ahead, Shane. Say his last name so I don't fuck it up again.
Would you call him Aguilar?
Al Gore. You went Aguilar.
He said Al Gore.
Whatever. I guess I'll drop the
Nelson Al Gore.
I'll drop the L like he drops half his passes because he hurt me too. But the fact was, it was a crazy win game. There was absolutely no downfield passing. He was coming off of some huge weeks. He's going to bounce back. He has a real tough matchup this week with the Chargers, but you shouldn't have to spend any fab to pick him up. I wouldn't have him in my starting lineup this week, but absolutely has to be on your roster.
Hey, back to Higgins, dude. You're right. Yeah. That guy has to be on rosters. I don't know which week he's going to go off, but the fact that he's now in that, he already was sort of the third wide receiver off. He was in 3 wides, but he was the third wide receiver off the bench. He was basically the fit for OBJ if OBJ got hurt. So he's that guy. He's a starter now. And last week, the weather was terrible. The game script went south on the Browns. Higgins needs to be owned. First of all, he and Baker have some good chemistry, and Higgins he's a clutch wide receiver with really good hands. And the opportunity now is for him. So I think you have to have him on your roster. And I don't expect him to have as bad of a week as he just had this past week. For sure. And
Shane, I was just going to say the same thing. Where are you getting the numbers? Who's dropping him? Yeah.
Like you should be. This is Rashad Higgins was available in fucking dynasty leagues. Like the dude's a trash can. I don't care. Look, okay, fine. He's the second wide receiver on the Cleveland Browns who don't want to who don't want to throw the ball. Like if they don't want Baker throwing the ball.
But they do throw the ball a lot to Jarvis Landry, a lot to the tight ends. But you're talking about the second wide receiver now, not the third or the fourth guy. OBJ, Jarvis Landry, both ownable. Listen, I hear what you're saying. I know Stefanski's offense, Shane. I know where you're going with this. They're not passing to the wide receivers. They have 2 tight end and 2 running back sets. You still don't cut Rashard Higgins. He's OBJ now.
Shane's point was, who's cutting him? Why would somebody cut him?
No, my point was fuck him.
Why is Mike telling me you're
something better than three on different layers?
Yeah, you guys are all over the place. So people on Sleeper are cutting him. Shane's saying he's a trash can.
ESPN is cutting him too. Like the mainstream players are cutting him.
Sleeper though. That's Sleeper.
And ESPN.
And ESPN on MFL.
Yeah, that's who our audience is. They're not the smartest. They do
you realize?
Stop being a jerk.
Do you realize that very few people outside of Twitter play on MFL?
Yeah.
Like I've had one
True.
ever.
Facebook don't. They don't.
Nope.
No, I've had literally one league ever in my entire life on MFL, and we quit halfway through the season because we couldn't deal with MFL because we hated it. It's for the advanced users at the time, and at the time, MFL was just starting up. So obviously, that's not that wasn't the fault of MFL. It was the fact of us not understanding the system. But it's like when we talk about Sleeper being easy, we talk about or ESPN being easy, Yahoo being easy. These are the places that these guys are being dropped.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you know what, though? I'm fine with keep Higgins off your roster. I'm sure there's better waiver wire material out there. They're just
No, this wasn't supposed to be the debate part of the show. This was
I'm sorry.
Statements. No, we'll let you know when the debate starts, but we're not there yet.
I yield to the gentleman.
You can still discuss it. We can still discuss this, but I like Donovan Peoples-Jones, by the way. That's my guess.
Yeah, long term
because he has the upside.
Sure.
Not even long term. I'm talking about
Dynasty.
But he wasn't dropped though. The people who picked up Jones are the people who are smart and kept him.
And so you're saying on Sleeper, people picked up Higgins last week and then dropped him this week. 1 week later.
Dropped him after the wind week because he's on bye.
He was the number 1 ad, and then he's like the number 5 drop.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, and that's that is. I mean, just not to get all philosophical and shit, but that's just a fucking dick face move. Like, why are you going to waste fab on someone that you're that close to cutting the next week?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to blow a bunch of fab on a player that I'm only going to try to roll out there once, unless it's a running back. You know what I mean?
I was just going to say, what about Josh Adams? You
shut up.
You sure spent money on that guy.
But I'm not going to, and I haven't dropped him. He's still on my rosters.
Well, you have to keep him. It's a waste at this point.
No, he's just trying to save face. That's all.
Jesus. All right, Mike. Who you got next?
Yeah, so drop Josh Adams. Next on the list is Gio Bernard. Mixon slated to come back after the bye. I get it, but he's now missed time twice this year. Gio's filled in admirably. Plus, he's getting the receiving work even with Mixon back. Mixon has looked like garbage this year. I don't know why you're dropping him. You should not be doing so. You're no guarantee he's going to even suit up after the bye. And even if he does, there's no guarantee he's not going to get dinged up the next week. He's shown he is fragile, and this is a running back 1, maybe a high end 2 at worst when Mixon's out. He's still a flex possibility given the wasteland at the position. Why we're dropping him, I have no idea. Get Gio back on your roster.
But he had a good game this week too. So you're telling me that the people on Sleeper picked him up. He had a good, but so what? So then they're just going to. So it can't be Dynasty. It's got to be redraft then.
It's redraft. It's basically what we're looking at right now is a lot of shallow. Yeah, you're looking at shallow benches. People who can't hold guys over by, and people are making mistakes. I mean, that's what they're doing. They're being fickle. They're flipping people. They're doing the day trader shit that a lot of people are trying to do. And this is where you want to make
it.
Pickups. Yeah, they're panic drops, and you should be capitalizing on them.
And it's redraft, so that makes more sense. Okay. All right.
Yeah, pick up Bernard, man. He's got a sweet ass mustache, and he's still better than Joe Mixon. So, absolutely. I mean, that touchdown, I mean, seriously, between the tackles was amazing. Joe Mixon wishes he could run that well between the tackles. And as big and strong as he is, he still can't do that. It's amazing. I mean, he's great in the passing game, but Gio Bernard needs to teach Joe Mixon how to run inside because, my God, he can't do it.
Guys, we have somebody that wants to join our party. Oh. So I'm hoping you guys don't hate this.
I'm leaving.
No, let's do it.
I'll see you guys later.
No, do it. Good.
I love this Mike guy.
He doesn't have the show sheet or anything.
Hey, Mike, what are you doing tomorrow night? We've been thinking about cashing Shane in. You want to take his spot?
Hey, would people even notice if we changed? I'm not sure people would notice.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, you guys got that going. I'm just kidding, man. We got to have you come on sometime.
Oh, it better not last 10 hours. There's still election stuff going on. I'm going to go watch election stuff.
Oh my God, that's boring.
All right. So what was the last couple guys we had?
Wait, I thought you were adding somebody to the show.
I am. I sent him an invite.
All right. Well, while he's joining, last one is Gerald Everett, 22 targets in his last 4 games. He's sitting out there because he's on a bye. But again, I mean, tight end, especially with Kittle going down, complete disaster. Higbee is a trash can of a player right now. Everett is an easy pickup. Get him on your roster. He is going to be startable every week. He's got Seattle coming up after the bye. He's going to be all over everyone's waiver wire ads next week because everyone's a week late, and you're going to get him for $0 instead of the $15 that the dumb shits that are reading the other people are going to have to pay next week. Now we got listener questions, Chase.
Oh, listener questions. So...
Is your name Chase?
You don't get to pick them.
He specifically said Chase. You're Shane.
Hey, Shane, when you got up, you really look skinny, man. You're right. You've been losing a lot of weight, huh?
Yeah, man. I lost like fucking 35, 40 pounds, man.
That's what it looked like.
35 or 40 pounds?
Yeah, I didn't weigh myself. At my fattest, I didn't weigh myself, but I could tell I was the fattest I'd ever been because I saw myself naked in the mirror and I went,
I bet you did.
Fuck. I was like, that's not great, Bob.
That's hilarious.
It was. I had to be pushing 250.
Yeah.
Well, if you can't see the tip, you got to pull it back in. That's the
if
all you can see is mid-screen, you're in trouble. All right, so here we got for a flex. Do we go AB, or hot dog water Montgomery? Who do we got? I know it's gross, but
you know what? I was just talking about not wanting to take a risk on AB this week, but like Montgomery's ceiling is like 15 points, right? Like that's what it is. I'll go AB.
It's crazy to think about it. I mean, the one game AB played last time with the Patriots, he scored and he did well. And maybe he'll come out there and him and Brady will do something. It's really weird to think about it. That team is just, there's so many targets there and everything, but it's not a big fan of Montgomery. It would be fun to go with AB, I think. It would be more fun to watch football on Sunday if you're going with AB than if you went with Montgomery.
And I think if you want to win, you probably play Montgomery in week 1 of AB's start, and then you see how he does. But,
Montgomery had like 13 points up against the 30th ranked defense and had like 8.4 points up against the 31st ranked defense. I know they had good games, like, falling into the end zone a couple times, but I mean, how are they going to get the ball into the red zone? That's the issue.
I mean, he does have he has another trash matchup. He's playing the Titans. So we are still bottom of the league.
We've just seen that he sucks against even
exactly.
Well, I'm not buying or
starting AB.
I don't see.
If all your friends are ugly and you're ugly too, it doesn't make you better looking. Like you're all just ugly.
When you're standing
next for yourself.
It does actually.
I don't disagree, but I mean, let's face it. The Titans have given up touchdowns to a running back every fucking game, and he is getting every touch. He might be a trash can, but they've given up touchdowns every game.
The volume is good for him for sure.
He does, and he falls.
Who would you guys rather start, McCoy or Montgomery?
Montgomery.
Oh, I'm
just kidding.
I was going to say that's an easy one. Yeah.
You mean McCoy?
We got a couple more questions coming in.
Yep. Yeah. Let's go ahead and nail these out. Time to start worrying about Jonathan Taylor. No. I'm going to say no. They had a bye week and they found a weakness in the defense. So they exploited that. And I think that's where it went. Plus his efficiency wasn't great. Plus he might have missed the block. It's something as to where we don't really know exactly what's happening over there with Jonathan Taylor. So I'm still going to stick with him. I'm not freaking out. He's a rookie. He's going to have weeks like this. This is what happens with rookies.
Yeah.
But when he says start worrying, does he mean start worrying about putting him in his lineup or start worrying about keeping him on his roster? Right. Oh, so all of these questions that we're answering right now are redraft then?
Yeah.
Then Jonathan Taylor
redraft. Respect, man. Respect,
well, but then Jonathan Taylor, no, it's all right.
I still don't, even in redraft, I think it's I don't think you panic yet. If you have a better choice, if you think you do, but yeah, I don't think it's time to panic. I think he's going to finish the season strong. So yeah, I'm not worried about him, even in redraft.
But my question was, is he talking about starting him in his lineup or is he talking about overall keeping him even on his roster?
I think he's talking about overall, should he look for a trade partner type thing?
Right. No. Your first 2 weeks of the playoffs.
Yeah. And you're trading, you're trading at probably his lowest value of the season when he just looked like dog shit and Dominique Wilkins and Naheem Hines looked all superstarish.
Yeah, and in
redraft,
what are you going to get for him at his lowest?
You're not. And if you look ahead, he's got the Texans week 13 and 15. Thank you. And he has the Raiders week 14. He's literally playing against pansies during the end of the season, except the championship, which he's got the Steelers. So maybe get a nice backup for week 16. But other than that, he is literally going to run rampant through this league second half.
It's a lot of head on that beer. A lot of head.
I'm trying to pour and talk, and I like getting head, Shane.
Regardless.
Oh, wait, this is the wrong podcast. This is a different podcast.
Regardless. It's head in football. AB or Kirk at the flex?
Kirk.
Yeah.
I'm literally going to say everybody over AB. You guys keep pumping.
Whose show is this?
I'm just trying to keep things moving because
I'm very professional.
Well, Godwin's got a broken finger. Don't play him. He's got a broken finger.
Where's your respect, man?
All right, no, I'm going AB. I think over Kirk.
Yeah,
really. I'm not going AB. I'm not going AB over
like
anybody.
We talked about with AB. Man, when he comes out there, he's gonna be playing right.
Everybody over AB. Whoever you have, just fuck AB.
It's so funny how you know Shane to give respect, but when the host is trying to answer, you're like stepping all over him.
Is he the host? I thought Mike was the host. The guy in the middle is not that. No, that's not the host.
Mike is actually the host for the most part. He takes over for this show.
I've been so respectful.
Everything is pretty much all Mike.
I'm just trying to. I'm your guy, man. I'm trying to keep Shane in line. He's asking your questions.
So I think the consensus was Kirk.
Yeah. And Facebook user also likes Kirk. If you're going with
that's an interesting name, Facebook user.
You have to get your shit approved.
Most of them say Facebook user.
I think that's
I just thought it's the same guy that keeps asking questions.
Same dude. He has 1,000 roster questions.
Right,
if you look at the comments, it's Facebook user like 8 times. I don't think it's the same guy.
Then you have some asshole named Larry Monkey. Who the hell's that guy?
Wait, Larry's in here? What's up, Larry?
What's up, Larry? Ken Tiggy.
We're getting down there to your stuff. All right.
You want to do questions? You want to move on?
One more question, and then we'll go ahead and move on.
I got to be here anyway, so yeah, let's do it.
I got to be here anyways.
All right. Should I start Dexter Williams?
I'm over who? Facebook user over Williams. Over who? I mean, not even over Tyler Irvin.
No, but don't start Dexter Williams.
No, just don't.
Never.
Wait, what about AB? Jeremy said he wouldn't start AB over anybody. Jeremy, would you start Dexter Williams over AB?
No, you won't.
I have to stick to my process, and I'm going to start Dexter Williams. You got me. I'm definitely going AB over Dexter Williams because Dexter Williams sucks.
See, you can't talk in absolutes. You can't
even have a process, Mike.
Can I go on a little bit of a tangent here? Because Chase knows I fucking spend so much time on Twitter. It is almost embarrassing. Like that's my brand.
He doesn't get off Twitter until 12 o'clock.
Till like noon. Like I'll be sitting there in my underwear in bed. Like, I'll have a little jerk before work, and then I'll be on Twitter for like 4 hours.
You really are Shane. You are Shane. That's what I don't.
I get off as soon as I rub one out. I'm off Twitter. There's no reason to be on there.
Oh no. See, my thing is, Shane, but you you're gonna like something, and all your followers are gonna see it because I'm really concerned about my porn life and my fantasy life converging. I hit like,
Shane, you are never off Twitter.
At first I was a little because you'd get the weird bot messages like in your regular Twitter feed, and she's like, "Hey, big boy, what are you doing now?" And you're like, "No, No, I'm fantasy football over here.
No, we're back. Yeah, we're back to business. All right, so let me tell you. So I'm sitting there, and for some reason, I got into a conversation on Twitter, which I try to avoid. Usually, I just do asparagus piss tweets and stuff, so people, enjoy their life.
Right.
So I'm talking to this guy about Tyler Ervin and Dexter Williams, and he's telling me how they're good dynasty stashes, and I'm telling him how they're the 4th and 5th option, and you probably shouldn't do that. And somehow it devolves into this is why I never had Mike Davis and James Robinson, and I got real fucking confused. But it was the first time I've ever tapped out of a Twitter debate.
I'm out.
And I was like, bro, you win. Like, he exhausted me in ways that I've never seen. He's like, well, if you live that way, here's what's going to happen to you. And like, it was like the ghost of fucking Christmas Future from the Christmas Carol. You know what I mean? Right. And I'm looking at my own grave in Dynasty like I'm fucked because I don't own Tyler Ervin and Dexter Williams. And he's
that's definitely bad process, not being in on Dexter Williams, because you should expect Aaron Jones to blow a calf and for Jamal Williams and the other guy, AJ Dillon, all to get COVID, and the practice squad being expanded to 37 fucking players, so that Dexter Williams is still technically in the fucking league.
Oh, jerk off. So you think that I didn't say all that shit? And you think that I didn't? And what I was told was, well, yeah, you didn't pick up Mike Davis because Reggie Bonifant was your guy until he got moved to the practice squad. I'm like, no, but he got moved to the fucking practice squad. So he got beat out by Mike Davis. Yeah. And I most certainly had him on my team. I'm like, what? So anyway,
wait, real quick.
I don't know where I'm going.
If Dick Breath from Twitter is listening, if Dick Breath is listening, you do actually have to be good at this too. It's not all guessing. You can't just be like any backup running back, I'm going to take him because. If you would have actually read what I wrote in DLF before the season, you would have known to pick up Mike Davis because training camp buzz was that he was beating out Reggie Bonifant. So if Dick Breath,
which only mattered after Christian McCaffrey got hurt. Before that,
but it was a valuable hit.
You want the backup,
and Davis had good numbers with the Bears. It wasn't like he was nothing. So I mean, and the fact is, I have FF in my Twitter handle, so I had to pass the fucking test. I mean, you don't get to write that shit. Like
I don't have it on mine. Look, I can't get it.
Fail the test? I mean, it's tough. So
Madman, me and Madman, both of us were like in remedial fantasy football.
What the hell? Don't
I'm hoping next year. I think at one point I just get like socially promoted, and then I'll be FF Shane is the worst.
I like it. I like it. All right, do you want to do flex plays now?
Sure. Yeah, let's run off into that. We're gonna have so many questions to answer at the end of this.
All right, I love it. So we're talking about flex plays with good matchups in Week 9. I'm not sure this is a flex play, but I just wanted to say, fucking, it's Chase Edmonds season. We are finally here. We have been literally watching Kenyon Drake just run into people's asses over and over again. We finally have a talented running back in that offense going against Miami, who gives up the 6th most points to opposing running backs. I am sitting here with an erection that lasts to the next town over because I have McCaffrey coming off of IR. No, it's about 4 inches long. But I have McCaffrey coming off of IR. I have Chase Edmonds going against the Dolphins. My 7-1 team all of a sudden is a fucking monster. I've been living off of waiver wire trash, and now it's Chase Edmonds season. Get him in your lineup. Play him. He's going to rip up the Dolphins. He is taking over. Your time is now. And in case you forgot, we literally pounded the table since Week 1 as your pickup every week. Hope you got him because you're never getting him again. You can't come here looking for a trade. Ain't happening.
Yeah. He was already outscoring Drake quite easily by fantasy points per opportunity. I mean, and obviously, the rushing attempts that they have are slightly different, but and it's behind the same offensive line, but he's out rushing them like 1.8 yards per rushing attempt. And the receiving work, it's not even fucking close. Like they didn't even bother with Drake at that. They were like, yeah, you're a fucking smash and pound back. And this little fun guy is who we're going to throw the ball to.
Yeah, Drake, you're a journeyman, and we're going to treat you like a journeyman because you're not very good. And thank you very much for playing, but we're going to start the good guy.
We do have to bring somebody in here, of course. But before we do, I do have to make a mention real quick where they were using Kenyon Drake in the passing game, but they were using him on like these out routes and stuff where there wasn't holes created by the offensive line in order to target Kenyon Drake. So he's going out on routes, but with Kyler Murray and how small he is, he has to see over guys that are like 6'7", 6'6", and that's not his MO.
It doesn't hurt DeAndre Hopkins going out on routes.
No, but that's because offensive line creates holes where where he's able to actually see through there. So, that's how they designed the Arizona offense. When it comes to Kenyon Drake, he was a release valve, but Kyler Murray doesn't need a release valve. And he also can't see over the offensive line. So you have to have these design plays, which they're doing for Chase Edmonds, by the way. They're actually designing.
They were running design plays for Drake.
Yeah, they were.
Passing plays.
Yes.
Yeah, they were the whole season. I mean, you have to if you're going to compete. Yeah, I mean, it's not any different just because Chase Edmonds starting.
Look, and
I'm
Drake,
saying he's more of a safety valve than a design play guy.
I get what you're saying, but
Chase Edmonds.
I don't think Drake, and partly I don't think Drake.
And I don't like Kenny Drake, by the way.
No one does. I don't think he's been healthy all year either. No, his family hates him. They DM me all the time, and they're like, "This fucking Kenyon," and I'm like, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" I mean, it's Kenyon.
I gotta announce who's coming in here.
Who do we got?
We got this mystery guest, and he's actually from Dynasty Nerds now, along with Dynasty Happy Hour.
I know who it is. He's the ginger sex god.
Ginger sex god.
He is nodding his head.
There we go. Hey,
yeah, buddy.
He is rare. It's not normal to have red hair, for sure.
Yeah. They're mutants. They're actual mutants.
So first of all, Shane, you can't say.
I had to do that.
Oh, his mic stopped.
No, I muted him because he did it to me the other night.
I didn't hear
in the middle of the segment.
Shane, you can't say Kenyon anymore. You can't say that without saying the guy's name. So you just said Kenyon. Nobody likes Kenyon.
That's his name.
Yeah, but I mean, people are sensitive nowadays. You know that.
Yeah, I'm
What's like in Drake?
True. I'm not calling him Drake.
I was saying
disrespect because that's disrespect to Drake.
I mean, who are you really disrespecting there?
Yeah, exactly. Say Drake.
Ginger sex god. That's Tyler Gunther.
Woohoo,
fellas.
God. What's going on,
so
man?
Real quick story. So Tyler, maybe after our fourth or fifth episode of the HQ, like when I first bought the mic and after I plugged it in and turned it on, Tyler DM'd me and he's like, basically like, yo, that's awesome. You got a new mic, but it sounds like shit. Basically, but in a nice like Minnesotan way. So he's like, "Hey, Bopper, what's going on, pal?"
Bopper,
yeah.
That goes back to the Scotland people.
Fuck is he from Minnesota or Mayberry? What the fuck just happened?
So he gave me, but this is a nice story. But so he gave me all these nice. He gave me all these nice like tips and pointers, and he was really nice about it. And he was like, you don't suck regardless of what everyone's telling you. So
wait,
keep doing podcasts.
Hey, nobody's telling you suck.
You and Jeremy did every week.
I legit said. No, we didn't. I legit told you that Sipes connections to things were very outdated and that you weren't holding anybody back. It was Sipes. And I also told you I'm sorry you have to deal with an Ohio State homer and just how terrible he is, and just like, oh, Ohio State, we get it. Oh, Ohio State, we have Urban Meyer, and now he cheated. Now we have somebody else.
Just jealous. On my worst day, I'm still happier than you.
And you say Tyler?
He's from Minnesota? I don't think so, dude.
I guarantee you. On my worst day, I'm still happier than Tyler Gunther.
They can't be upset.
Do I have to tell you guys again that we're live? Like we have people watching.
I know, but
feeling or thinking. It's funny.
But Shane said this was in week 5 of our show. We were now in week 150. So I mean, that was a long ass time ago.
Because you remember,
I thought we were doing a nice story. I don't even know what the fuck happened.
So, but you remember. You remember things like you're like, oh, you don't like, you think Tyler's a big deal. Like now he's not. But then,
easily.
Like then you're like, holy shit, Tyler Gunther's DMing me. Like that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and now you're just like, oh god, I can't believe I actually like that guy.
The 6th person on our fucking.
So then I send him a dick pic, and he did not want that. He did not want that.
Hold on, who's the guy in the top middle?
What the mic?
Hold on. You come on my motherfucking show and you want to play who's the guy in the middle.
That's awesome.
You show up uninvited to my show and you start asking who's who. Hold on, go back.
Well, that's how you know you've been to college when you start playing who's the man in the middle, right?
Jesus Christ.
Because you're just experimenting.
I'm almost sure that was on another one of Chase's podcasts earlier
Yeah.
this year.
So
That's the
Raekwon
second
Brown,
time. That's the second time.
Raekwon Brown asks, should I accept this trade and give Robbie Anderson for David
Shane is
Johnson?
literally
Shane just takes over your show.
So here's
He
the thing,
almost reads
Raekwon.
it cleanly.
No, do
almost
not
as good
trade
as you
Robbie
would,
Anderson for
Chase.
David Johnson.
I would not do
Raekwon,
that.
Don't do it.
I
No
think you
way.
can do better. I think
totally
you need
do
to
it.
know the value of Robbie Anderson and know that he's worth more than settling for David Johnson.
Yeah.
The way they're using DJ Moore is just disrespectful, to be honest. Like, it drives me nuts. But Robbie Anderson is doing well in the role that DJ Moore should have had.
But if DJ Moore catches the first pass of the game, he's going to the house and has another big game. Motherfucker dropped wide open pass.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the problem when you're getting 6 targets a game. The margin for error is nothing. You know, it's not like Cooper Kupp getting 21 targets out there and getting 11 passes, 11 receptions, and it looks like a good game. DJ Moore gets 6 fucking targets, but yeah, I'm definitely going Robbie Anderson over David Johnson. The only way I'd even consider that trade is if I have to start 4 running backs.
Hold on.
Keep in mind, we're still talking redraft, Shane. Just remember, I think you are.
I have a bunch of leagues like that where
there's leagues.
Start 4?
There's
there's
ESPN
one league that I'm
leagues
in where it's called the 5 trainees, and there's 6 of us, and we have like 35 people on our roster, and so we have to start like 6 running backs. And yeah, we all have 5 transactions throughout the year, but everybody has a trainee name. So that was fun to discuss. Now let's go on to the next question.
I should have brought my drinks over. Patrick Lard or Matt Breida. Breida wasn't practicing today, but if he practices on Friday, then I'm going Breida.
Yeah, Breida.
Yeah.
And if not, it's Jordan fucking Howard.
How confident
but
are
I
you
like
in Matt
his-
Breida this week?
But
Let's be honest.
I like him this week.
If he plays, I'm really
he's a great
confident.
start this week. Yeah.
But his reasoning is if Matt Breida doesn't play Lard. All right, look, this is what happens every week on our show. He goes to do something else and he doesn't mute his mic. So we're here the whole thing.
Chase can mute him. Chase can
I got him.
Yeah, I got it.
You got him. Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, no, we're gonna go Breida if he plays. If not, find something else. Honestly,
Yeah. That's how I would do it too. I'd expect good things from him this week.
Oh, do you like DeAndre Washington next week?
No.
No.
I love DeAndre Washington. Dude, he had 3 running back 1 performances out of 5 games that he was the main guy. Or no, it was 2 out of 3. That's what it was. 2 out of 3.
Yeah, and then we got all hyped up because he went to Texas Tech with Mahomes. He ended up on the fucking practice squad.
But the Dolphins
This Mike
traded
guy
for
cracks
him.
me out, man.
All right, Mike, let's go ahead and hop into the next segment real quick because we are way behind.
I love how you think I know what segment we're on.
So we're on.
Okay, yeah, we are on the flex plays with good matchups.
Yeah.
Next one on the list is Marvin Jones Jr. We talked about him last week. This week he gets the Vikings with almost no competition for targets at the wide receiver position. Hawk is obviously a smash start, but I also like Jones to grab the lion's share. See what I did there of wide receiver targets and have a big game against the Vikings, who are giving up the second most points in the league to opposing wide receivers.
Even with
Smash
Stafford
start this week, Marvin Jones. What?
Even with Stafford out.
I don't give a shit. Blau, Chase Daniel, anyone's going to get it to Marvin Jones. He's got 2 touchdowns this week.
So Stafford apparently, because there's no real
Yeah,
protocols to anything. He can still play apparently.
Yep.
Because
he's in range.
He can still play?
I think because they gave him a false positive in the offseason, they were just like, "Oh, you get a 1."
No, it's 5 days.
You get a pass. It's cool
days.
that you're positive now. We already fucked you over when you were not positive.
No, we never tested positive.
It's like the golden ticket from Willy Wonka. He hasn't got a jail free card.
But he was one of
You
those
get to
ones
turn
where it
that
was
in.
people around him that were positive.
Yeah,
That's why
he
he was
never.
on the list.
Yeah, he never tested positive, so he can
He
actually
can
play.
still
If
play.
he goes 5 days without testing positive, he can actually play. And Sunday morning is the 5th day. So I thought it was after 5 days, but I guess it's on the 5th day.
Okay. So Chase, it's whatever the NFL feels like saying that fucking day.
On that day, exactly.
It's true.
100%.
They're like, no, we do not want Chase Daniel running out there. Like Matt Stafford will die on Tuesday from COVID, and the NFL will tell you that he was fine on Sunday. Like I don't know.
What
how
about
that
Raquel
happened.
Armstead?
Allegedly, that would happen.
Yeah, right.
What about Raquel Armstead, man?
He
He's still
hasn't
dealing
gone to
with
the
that
hospital
shit.
yet, supposedly.
Yeah,
So here's the
he's
thing.
actually gone through some hard
It
stuff
must
with
be,
COVID.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
because
no,
that-
there's rumors that has it that he's been hospitalized because of it and has recurrent issues because of COVID. So
Yeah, he might never
Yeah,
play
it's-
football again.
it doesn't go away. I mean, it's one of those things where there's like actual long-lasting impacts as much as we joke about it.
Like
when Shane's cold sore goes away, he's like, "Oh, that's it.
No, gonorrhea.
This isn't coming back for a long time."
You're right. Like, so for that 1 week, you're like, "Oh, it doesn't burn when I pee, so everything is fine." Like, and you tell her, you're like, "No, I don't have to wear a condom because it doesn't burn when I pee anymore." And then the next week, it starts burning again. And you're like, oh, I probably have to call her, right? But you don't.
It's because you got it from her.
That's what I think in my head. I'm like, it's probably her fault, not mine.
I can't do anything right now.
Is this how Mike goes off the rails sometimes too, or no?
Almost identical. You sure heard the wishbone talk the other night.
Oh yeah.
By the way, Mike.
Hold on.
Thanks for having me on your podcast.
Wait, where are you going, Tyler?
No, I'm saying thanks to Mike for letting me on the podcast.
Oh, yeah,
I know.
Do you have a mohawk?
If you have $25, I have no OnlyFans.
He said, "Do you have a mohawk?" No, that's how it's hair.
Yeah, I do.
In the top, man. Come on.
Yeah,
this is so far away from what we're supposed to be talking about.
So, Flexbot, would you go Corey Davis, Rojo?
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. We have to get through this segment.
I'm sorry. Cover the Buffalo Whiteouts because that's what
so today's show has been brought to you by Thrive Fantasy.
We already did that part, dude. Chase did that at the very beginning.
Today's been brought to you by Mike's Fans Only.
Yeah, what's the Mike's Fans Only in the wishbone?
Oh yeah. Oh no, hold on. Sorry, we didn't know we were doing sponsors. So Thanksgiving week, we are doing my OnlyFans with $25 a subscription. I am going to grab both ankles and pull as hard as I can like a wishbone.
I'm there, man. I'm
watching. What do I get for 50?
Whatever can fit up there, it goes up there.
And you also get to sit on my lap like Santa and tell me what you want.
I want something really special for $100, Mike.
Fantasy Intervention does have OnlyFans, by the way.
That's the MVP.
We're going to do some Angry Dolphin where, what hole are we going in?
Angry Dolphin?
You guys don't know the Angry Dolphin? All right, so the Angry Dolphin is when you're having sex with your girl, you try to put it in the upper hole, and she goes,
Holy
yeah.
Hey, Mike, are you married?
Earlier, and you guys were just on level.
Not anymore.
Oh my God, Mike and Shane
didn't like those
separate now.
Have you guys heard of the Angry Turkey?
No. I was married for 10 years. I was married. I don't know any of these fun sex things. Like, I know, like, sweatpants sex.
Oh my God.
Hold on, I paid a girl. Stop it.
Well, I'm gonna. He's Dynasty Man playing. Where's the peanut butter?
Oh,
but anyway,
Jeremy, he did that on the show before. No more of that again.
Just wait until the show's over.
That's the third reference to that, by the way.
Oh, okay. Since Blitz has to get going because he's got bedtime at I think 7 p.m., we should get this rolling.
Oh,
all right, let's go to the Buffalo Whiteouts.
I'm going to start sundowning.
Why do you like the Buffalo Whiteouts this week?
Well, is John Brown's questionable again?
He is questionable, but it's more of a question for you guys actually, because I don't know why they have Lyndon Stevens and DJ Reader as a starter over Trey Flowers, who's the only cornerback that played outside of Shaquille Griffin. Yeah. So why is he the start? Like, why does PFF actually have them? PFF have them?
Yeah, Shane, this is an IDP
I was
question.
So thinking that because I'm like, yeah. These are defensive players, so I definitely know these guys.
This will be a segment where Shane will be like, "I'm just gonna be quiet."
Look, you never sit.
Oh
you
my
literally,
God.
If you have Stephon Diggs on your roster, you never sit him. I don't give a fuck who he's matched up with. It's just that simple. John Brown, if he's actually fully healthy and not on the injury report, I'm fine with playing him. But every time he's on the injury report, he doesn't do shit. So I don't care if he's playing Trey Reader and Magnum Flowers. I don't care.
And also Gabe Davis, go buy in Dynasty wherever you can. Dude's gonna be
I love Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis. So if John Brown doesn't play, I have Gabe Davis as the guy to play. But I just want to know why the hell Trey Flowers is not listening.
Trey Flowers, that's ridiculous. Like Trey Flowers, really? Trey.
It's a real person. That's not made up.
Anybody that listens to our show knows that Shane hates IDP more than anything.
Look, there's nothing wrong
I'm
with
not talking
IDP.
IDP. I'm talking about who's going to go off up against these.
I know, but
players.
I totally
Shane
get it.
doesn't believe
gonna
there's
be
actually a
gonna be
defense.
Gabe
He thinks there's
Davis.
only defense, special teams. Like he only thinks of it as one thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't think of it as multiple people.
Exactly.
Oh, that's just because he's an Eagles fan, and the Eagles defense as a whole last year
Oh,
was
like
absolutely
honestly,
not an Eagles fan.
Right, like say Marlon
I like
Humphrey,
this Chase guy. He's got your
say
number.
Marlon
Shane.
Humphrey made like a crazy good interception. He'd be like, "Wow, it's a great interception by Ravens DST."
Oh, Bob. Bob
is
thought this
ridiculous.
was a classy show.
Yeah,
I don't
but
fucking
you had
know
Mike
watching.
and Shane. No,
First
sir.
of all,
hilarious.
Mike
No.
makes me fucking blush.
Really?
Which is that's
Very hard
fucking
to do.
incredible. Like Mike hasn't made no one's made me blush like that since like a priest in the 3rd grade. So it's
Did you
That's
not know what
something.
was coming? You knew what you were
I
getting
told
into.
you. I told you guys
knew.
getting you two in the same room was trouble.
Oh my god! Do you know how much work I would have to do if this was our show?
so
Afterwards?
Dynasty
Like,
Vipers
you
want to
don't
let us
edit.
know.
Dude, I mean, honestly, in your chat, like, who needs enemies when you have Larry Monkey and Dynasty Vipers chiming in? They're asking Sipes if he was turned on by Fitzpatrick shorts today, and
Dude, I'm not
and
gonna
they're
lie.
saying Shane's herpes are reoccurring. I mean,
That
it's
made
like,
it move.
Wow.
I mean, Fitzpatrick shorts today made it
Yeah.
move. I'm not
You
even gonna
like
fuck
it?
around.
Yeah.
You like it, Mike?
Like that was hot as fuck. Like,
And here's the thing about herpes: they always reoccur, so that's redundant.
And then he
Yeah.
said Chase
Okay,
has
they-
re-
herpes
Nice.
reoccur. Duh, that they're
Yeah,
herpes.
always
They don't
does, yeah.
go away.
Then he says Chase has ring around the collar. Chase records every night. He doesn't have time to wash his t-shirts, Larry. You fuck.
Wait, what?
Sorry.
A ring
All
around
right,
the collar?
let's-
What's that mean?
Let's move on to some listener questions that
Or let
don't
puppy in the
involve
dryer,
herpes.
Chase.
Haven't
you
we
wanna
done
blow-
listener questions like 12 times already?
Then
That's
we
what
got to
we
finish
do.
this off, and then we got to hop on. Do we have
We
like
gotta finish
100
it off.
listener
We
questions?
just finished the flex. We're on to the top 12. We're on to the top 20 or top 15.
Okay, we
You-
finished it.
Yeah, we finished
Yeah.
the flex, so we can do a couple questions. We got like
All
5
right,
minutes.
where are we
I don't
at?
I was gonna say
5
5
minutes.
minutes. There was supposed
I was
to be. a
told you
9
guys
o'clock
are
one.
recording for like 3 hours.
know.
Yeah, I thought this
Apparently,
was going to
I
be a
think
3-hour
that's what it's gonna
podcast. Do you
be.
know how much cocaine I did before this show just to stay awake?
I like how Mike's beer never
There was a 9
gets.
o'clock
Mike's beer is
segment.
always this full. He's drinking it the whole time, but it's always just this far from the
Like,
top.
oh, no,
It's
because-
beer show.
Yeah, because I'm finishing them all, and then I'm just moving on to the next one because
I
Yeah,
did
we-
so much
Well
cocaine
done,
because I was
sir.
promised this was going to be a long show. My nose
So-
was bleeding, but I was like, no, it's worth it because I'm going on the
Allegedly.
intervention.
so Shane, you're gonna
Everybody,
love this.
That's allegedly.
So
He did
I go
not-
I go to the gym, right? And this like 70-year-old woman comes up to me and she says, how do you have the energy you have at 6 a.m? Because it's like 6 a.m. and I'm pounding out weights. She goes, use a pre-workout. I said, I bumped 2 lines of Coke and drink a Red Bull like everyone else in here. What are you doing? And she hasn't talked to me since, so I think I might have offended her.
No, it's a good move.
Let's ask
I
Pipes
do
that
always
question
feel
because
the need-
Pipes has been up for already 3 hours by then.
Well, it's nappy time. Like he had dinner months ago, and he's so sleepy right now. But I do want to say this: if there's any
It's
children
supper,
watching, like I don't want them
There
just to
aren't.
think that. I don't want them to think
watch our
that.
show for
I,
fuck's
well, I'm
sake.
just saying, I don't want
Exactly.
kids just to think that drugs are cool because we talk about them. Like, I want them to do drugs for themselves
And
and
find
find out
out.
how cool they are.
Yeah,
Move
no
to
doubt.
Oregon and
You
just
know
try
what I mean?
everything.
And
Oh,
none
like-
of this ends up in our show.
And-
None of it does.
and just
It-
just-
it-
just-
I'll go with it on our show.
If
All
your
of it. I'm
kids
not
are-
going to edit tomorrow.
If
Fuck
your
this.
kids are watching this fucking show after now, what's it been,
They're-
6 weeks, Chase? It's your own fault. You're a horrible fucking parent. And I didn't teach them these words. This is your fault, not mine.
Where did
you
you learn
learn
this?
Before you
From
logged in.
you, Dad.
oh
But
my
that's-
god!
Look, I don't like peer pressure. Like, I've never, like, when I was growing up, I was never like, oh, you should do crack because it's cool. I was just like,
Who said that?
here's some, huh? I'm
Yeah,
just-
I never
so-
heard that one. No one ever said to me, "You should do crack because it's cool." I'll be honest. I mean,
Crack is black.
You haven't
Yeah.
lived it.
I can't even say allegedly enough in this show.
So drugs are fun. I'm not gonna lie to you, kids. Drugs are really awesome, but you got to learn that on your own.
Do you remember
So-
growing up in the 90s, though, when they had those PSAs where people were giving joints away for free? And I
Oh
used to
my
hang
God.
out by the train tracks, like hoping for some free
just
drugs.
say no. Just say
Never
no.
once. Hey,
You
kids,
grew
you
up-
want a
you grew up
joint?
in
I'm
the
like, fuck
90s?
yeah, I do.
Yes.
They never once
didn't
did I
give-
get free drugs.
They didn't give away drugs like
No,
that.
they
No.
said they would, though. I was
It's false
told you,
advertising.
I was told the
You know what I
first
mean?
hit was free, and I thought I could bump around town to town and just never have to pay for weed. That's not the way it works.
And here's the thing: you can only suck so much dick before they're just like, "No, we're not giving you any more free drugs." And
that was
then
also
you're just
on
like,
another episode of Chase's podcast.
I think
you're just like, so with Ayuk now out with COVID, who do I start? Claypool.
Well, technically, Ayuk does not have
Chark.
COVID.
Okay, but
Ayuk basically, it's like saying that because he made out with Shane, he has herpes. Not a guarantee. He was just near somebody with COVID.
More like AIDS, but that's fine.
How about
Claypool? Godwin has a broken hand, as we discussed earlier. CeeDee Lamb, he's going to have Garrett Wilson, I believe, throwing him the ball, or Garrett Gibson.
I thought it was Danucci.
Cooper Rush.
No, it's Cooper Rush.
Danucci.
No, Nucci has been benched.
You guys
for
know
Rush.
why? Because he's a redhead. They're bringing another redhead.
Yeah, Cooper Rush is good for anybody.
Cooper Rush is ginger.
They love Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Are they cornered the market? Like, are there any of the gingers in the NFL?
Oh, Carson Wentz, but they
Wentz.
can't get him.
He'll be there.
Oh yeah, no. Carson Wentz is like King Ginger. I mean, like
He really is. Yeah.
Any like run of the mill gingers that we don't
No. King Ginger is Chuck Norris. Carson Wentz is just a little bit below him.
Are we sure Chuck Norris is really a ginger though?
No,
it's
he
more
is.
Dusty.
Yeah,
he is.
No. Chuck Norris is a ginger. Like,
I
haven't you
feel
ever
like
seen those?
It's like a strawberry ginger.
No, yeah, I feel like they called him
my
a ginger
God,
to make the
don't even
gingers
say
feel
I
like.
feel like you've never
I
seen
think he's a
Lone Wolf
strawberry
McQuade.
blonde.
Have you not seen Lone Wolf McQuade?
Yeah, no, I've seen every Chuck Norris movie, and I feel like the gingers have been picked because bad things have happened to gingers.
Oh, you're a ginger?
I named my kids after that.
No,
You said wig.
My hair is
You said
I
wig.
can't stand when people say strawberry blonde.
You people.
I said
Strawberry blonde. I said strawberry ginger.
Strawberry ginger.
Strawberry blonde.
So I think we're going Chark over Claypool and Lamb because Godwin's not going to play. Claypool, although sometimes he will have 4 touchdowns.
Give me Claypool. Why are you going?
You're going to take
Claypool. Give me Claypool.
I love Chark, but I got to go with Claypool too.
Yeah.
So what about this?
I think Chark has 30 targets for like 4 points.
Yeah, but that's because Gardner.
Yeah, but Gardner's
comes
just
in,
going to play.
Now we're just yelling over each other.
I know this is great. This is
Chark-
great radio, guys. This is great
because
radio.
Chark.
Nice. So Jake Luton
I
could
was making a
actually.
football point.
Jake Luton could.
Charks.
Okay, so back to the fantasy intervention crew. Chase, are you taking Claypool? Or are you taking Chark and what?
Chark.
Claypool. Good talk. All right, you guys can come back now.
I'll say Claypool. I like how we all get muted when Shane's really the only one that needed to be.
Claypool.
I will take.
Go
Chark.
Notre Dame.
I like it.
The only reason Chark hasn't been producing is because his catchable target rate is really low because Gardner Minshew is bad at football.
Oh no, I get it, but Luton.
You whispering.
Fix that. I don't know why we're whispering.
Yeah, Luton is not going to fix that.
Turning me on. I kind of like it. I feel like you're in my ear.
His name's not Luton.
I was going to say, why are you guys saying Luton?
Listen, I'm not here for your fucking corrections. I'm just saying.
Mike, I love you. Just calm down, all right?
No, Shane, you're getting me angry now. And me and you,
dude.
I'm not going to lie.
A bunch of pre-workout.
I'm not going to lie. We are going to have fucking makeup sex after this, but right now I'm angry.
That intermittent fasting, Shane, you're going to have to break it tonight, man. You're driving us crazy.
Shane, you intermittent fast?
I don't know what that means.
No,
I live by myself.
You don't
I
eat
think
after
you do
8
coke
and you don't
and then you
eat
get to
till
eat for a couple
noon
hours,
or something like that.
Oh yeah. No, I thought everyone does that.
No. You're just not married anymore, so you just drink and then pass out.
There's
and then
no
wake
food
up
here. Like it's embarrassing. I go in my closet, like it's like I don't live here by myself. Like I don't know. I go into my cabinets and I'm like, there's nothing there.
Do you scream at somebody
like, I'm like, why do you have chips and shit in your closet?
Do you legit open the door, see there's no food, and then yell at like nobody and be like, hey, we got no food, we need to go grocery shopping?
Basically. And then I get mad at because the dishes aren't done yet. And I'm like, do the dishes. And I'm like, oh.
That's a good movie script,
me.
by the way.
Yeah.
There's no more magical coffee table where it just
called
gets set down
Lonely.
and disappears.
All right, did we give Judd his answer? Because I think
we're going with you guys want Claypool.
Wait, that's Judd?
Yeah. I'm going
it only
Chark.
says Facebook user for me.
But he
Judd,
signed it
what's
as Judd. He signed it. It was nice. It was like a note.
Oh shit.
Also,
Judd. I love Judd.
Yeah.
Judd.
Also,
Judd,
if it's a
send me handwritten letters because the art of handwritten letters has really gone away and I love it.
Also,
Grant, are you going to stay being homophobic? Because I'm not going to answer your question if you're going to continue.
Shane
to be
doesn't
homophobic.
stop talking. But anywho, would you guys do Ross Dwelly if it's a flex?
I mean, I would do him if he bought me dinner first. But
they've one wide receiver.
But I'm just easy like that.
Going to be playing wide receiver.
Yeah, I'll play Ross Dwelly.
Yeah, he looks good.
Here's the thing, Jordan Reed.
He's their only choice.
Yeah, and Jordan Reed hasn't been activated yet. I expect him to be. But even still, even if he is activated, I can't see how they don't run 2 wide receiver sets. Or, 2 tight end sets all night.
They'll be running 3 tight end sets, but one of them will be a wide receiver.
And let's be honest, Jordan Reed and Richie James are going to run crossing patterns into each other and knock each other out in the first play of the game.
Richie James isn't actually allowed to play on an actual NFL field. He's just he's always injured. So he's not allowed to actually step on the field. By
the way, Shane, when you actually come into town after Thanksgiving or the week of Thanksgiving, I got a full freezer, I got a full fridge, plenty of meats, all sorts of fun stuff. This lady across the street ended up going grocery shopping
and then cut her up and put her in the fridge. That's where there's tons of meats.
Yeah,
I was trying to figure out the connection.
It was weird. It was the most awkward thing ever. So I helped her out with her groceries, and she gave me a bag full of random meat, because I helped her out with her groceries, and it was amazing. It was really cool. And she also said that I need to bulk up. So
I need you to understand this, Chase. I'm probably going to steal things when I'm at your house.
What the fuck?
That is the most polite thing I've ever heard Shane say.
He's just being honest.
I am still learning how to live on my own, so I'm basically a wild animal. So, I do things I just steal random things, things I don't need. I'm like, oh, that's a dog statue. Well, I got to have that at my house. So I just take it because I think you need it. I don't know.
Because all you have is a futon and a coffee table.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's that.
All right, so Donovan Peoples-Jones is absolutely a great dynasty stash if we can get back to football at some point.
I mean,
absolutely.
Great is a strong word. Look, you got to temper your expectations, right? The guy just
phenomenal is a better word. Phenomenal.
The guy's just 6 rounds
outstanding.
Pick, right?
So what was his combine numbers? Chase, you're the stat guy. Why don't you check that
roof, man? I believe he had the second highest vertical jump of anybody at the combine, or at least in the past few years. He absolutely crushed it. He's a athletic freak. He was a 5-star recruit out of high school. Ended up choosing Michigan, by the way, over going to Ohio State.
John Harbaugh's fault.
I don't get it. That makes no sense to me. So obviously, Donovan Peoples-Jones is an absolute monster. I'm thinking that he's going to end up. Oh, Sipes actually did have to leave. No, so I'm assuming he's actually going to, smash faces eventually. He is a developmental prospect, but he, whoever else was saying, Rashad Higgins was actually the guy that was the replacement for Odell Beckham Jr. No, that was actually Donovan Peoples-Jones. He fits that exact same athletic profile and that deep target type guy. So yeah, Donovan Peoples-Jones is definitely worth a stash in Dynasty, and in redraft, if he can develop quickly and he can become that guy, which by the way, Stefanski has a thing with this guy. It's people don't realize, Adam Thielen, right? Undrafted. Right. Stephon Diggs, 5th round pick, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Charles Rogers, was it?
No, I know who you're thinking about. Yeah.
It was somebody it's literally guy after guy.
He was in the XFL last year.
He was on Carolinas, and then he went to Minnesota.
Yeah. He was with the Eagles.
He was literally guy after guy. There's a list of 10 guys that were either undrafted or 5th round or later, which Stefanski had a hand in developing, and he's able to develop these guys really quickly for some odd reason. So it's something as to where, in this offense, Donovan Peoples-Jones could be a league winner if you can make it to your championship weeks. I love Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Yeah, DPJ is definitely the long-term play, and for sure in Dynasty. Higgins, his ability to play all 3 positions and back up OBJ right now is going to keep him on the field. But DPJ in Dynasty, unbelievable asset. Definitely pick him up. I don't know how much he's going to help this year. It's probably going to be inconsistent for sure. I got to go, guys. I appreciate you, all of you. Mike, you are the best. Chase, thank you. Tyler, good to see you again. Sipes, Shane, I'll see you tomorrow.
Later, apparently. Yeah.
So, yes, DPJ dropped he was on a shit offense. Let's just call it what it was. He dropped in the draft. He was on a terrible Michigan offense.
Yeah.
Couldn't pass worth a fucking damn. I mean, it wasn't his fault that he.
Shea Patterson is very bad.
Dude, there's been tons of,
he's playing. He's playing in the spring league. I just watched him an hour ago.
The numbers are the numbers. Look, wide receivers with his production profile don't hit 98% of the time. So if you want to go ahead and jerk off to the 2% that hit, go ahead, do it. That's fine.
I'm jerking off the worst. I'm going to be honest.
You're jerking off right now.
I ripped one out earlier, and I was
you guys ran long. It's not my fault.
Here's what's going to get him on the field, and it's his blocking. God. He is a very good and willing blocker as a receiver, and he's actually becoming the main receiver when they're in a running play. But he's also making
those blocking points that I pick up in my fantasy league.
Shane, you hit on the main point for you, which is he's willing. Tyler said he's willing.
But the thing is, all you need is if he's on the field and they check out of these run plays, and he's on the field, and he does need a lot to learn for the route tree. He has a lot. But the thing is, the guy's got really good hands. He's super athletic, and he's a big ball of clay that they can mold into a really good receiver.
So me on what I would do is if anyone's offering you a 3rd round pick for DPJ in a Dynasty League, fucking sell them.
No.
I want my 2.
Yeah.
DPJ is a lottery ticket.
I'm all about profit, dude. That dude was 4th round undrafted in most of my leagues. So,
no. All
right. So, hey, let DPJs, we're all going to get off on a tangent of a guy who's probably not going to matter. But what I want to do
going to matter.
Kind of my point
is,
why do you just Chase is the only one
guys aren't going to hit?
That was my segue into the next section, which is
fantasy brings you.
So what we have is I'm going to have you guys are it's perfect. So we have 3 of you. So we're going to play a game, which is me and Chase go dumpster diving. Anybody outside of the top 15 for quarterback and tight end, top 20 of running back, me and Chase have a little bet.
And wide receiver.
Me and Chase have a bet. And what you guys do is pick who you think out of the 2 we choose is going to be the winner. So Chase won 3-1 last week because Stafford beat Rivers by 0.34 points, if I'm not mistaken, which made it 3-1.
That's what it is.
It is what it is. I went Al galore. Right, Shane, you love that shit. So this week, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go position by position, and what I want you guys to do is we'll give our takes like a lawyer. You guys are the judges. Majority vote. Who's gonna win?
I gotta go pee.
All right. Well, while he pees, we have 2 people. All right. So let's start out with our quarterbacks that are
me and you, Ty.
Smash starts outside the top 15.
Come on.
I am going with Kirk Cousins, the consensus quarterback 20. I don't know why the fuck I do this to myself. The last time I smash started Kirk Cousins, I ended up with a mustache. But in his 2 home starts, he has 3 touchdowns in each of them. He gets a weak Detroit team that's giving up the most points to opposing quarterbacks, and that's why I came back to him like a moth to a flame. I have 250 and 3 touchdowns for the consensus quarterback 20, and the reason for it is because he's playing both at home and not in prime time, which is the 2 things that kill Kirk Cousins. If you look at the home and road splits, they're fucking embarrassing. Me and Halal were talking about this earlier today on Twitter. His home and road splits make Drew Brees blush. It's insane what this guy does at home. Here's where we're going to go. So I'm going Kirk Cousins, the consensus ESPN quarterback 20 as a top 12 play this week.
Well, it's a good thing he'll have the home crowd behind him too.
Yeah, I mean that's a big thing.
I think he likes to sleep in his own bed. I don't know how during COVID this guy, if you check out his home road splits, it's insane. He has like 3 touchdowns total on the road and has 3 touchdowns a game at home. It's sick.
I mean, honestly, he's a very weird human being. Like mentally,
you like that?
He's very odd.
Really loud.
He said some like a lot of things up here in Minnesota. You're just like, wait, hold on, hold the phone. What did he just say?
I love him, man. He went to school with one of my boys, man, and he's really cool. Like he's really quirky. I like him.
So you know,
Chase, who do you got for your
yeah, we've been in a couple different parties together, but I don't know. No, so I went Drew Lock this week. Drew Lock's going to be a little bit tough, but honestly, the quarterback room is going to be a shit show this week after the top 15.
He plays these guys, the sieve at defense.
Yep.
Wait, he plays who?
Atlanta.
Yeah, okay, that's what I
know. You're picking him.
I wasn't looking at it. I thought you were wearing
he's wearing an Atlanta.
Why would I wear a Broncos shirt?
Tyler is
I'm sorry,
Atlanta
a Bengals.
fan.
I thought you were wearing a Bengals jersey. You're
Why would
always
I wear a Bengals. This doesn't even look like a Bengal.
I wasn't looking at the
wings.
screen. I was.
Can you just fucking
Bengals
talk
fan.
about Drew Lock? I don't know what's happening. He's wearing a black jersey, for fuck's sake.
It's not a
It's
jersey,
completely,
jacket.
it's completely
Aren't you a
written on the
Bengals
show
fan?
sheet. Just read the show sheet.
Just read your
aren't you
line,
a
for
Bengal
fuck's
fan?
sake. I put a lot of effort into this.
Okay.
Read the
So what's your
touchdown part.
question?
Wait,
Read the line.
Shane, read it since you weren't here, but let
No.
them say it.
Devin Singletary.
No, not yet.
Kirk Cousins.
Stop,
All right,
stop
Drew
it.
No. Up where it says Kirk Cousins, Shane. Read the Kirk Cousins part.
Kirk
No,
Cousins.
Stop it.
Why the fuck do I do this to myself?
Read it to yourself. Read it to yourself. Don't let other people know it's scripted.
I'm
Stop.
sorry.
Drew
So-
Lock up against Atlanta, 155 yards, 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter alone up against the Chargers. I'm thinking that we could actually see moments where it clicks for Drew Lock. It doesn't
What's the
click a lot.
Drew Lock versus Kirk Cousins?
I'm not
That-
done yet, Shane.
Let
didn't
Chase
finish
do his
saying
thing.
You're skipping the script. Let them
Let
finish.
him talk.
I absolutely love this right now.
Dude, Tyler's about to bring on Shane with me for the next Sunday night recap
Oh my
show where
God.
I'm on just to fuck with me.
Oh,
All right,
this
no,
is awesome.
Honestly, up against Atlanta, you should see plenty of opportunities. He's got
See,
Atlanta's got a depleted
Chase
secondary.
Chase can't improv, so
No, improv.
What? I am improv.
I just you got to be like boom, boom, boom. Like
how did that
But
go?
dude, this isn't our show.
right,
Let them read their script.
Let's put it to the group. Would you prefer Kirk Cousins this week or Drew Lock?
Damn it! I
Let's
didn't get a
go
chance to
around.
present
Tyler,
my
who do you got?
case.
I
Drew
go
Lock.
Drew Lock because
Drew
apparently
Lock
he's playing
because
today.
honestly, the only good corner on Atlanta is AJ Terrell, and that dude is making mistake
Yeah.
after mistake
Yeah.
in the games.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a good corner in years, but right
Yeah.
now, man, he is making so many rookie mistakes. I think Judy has a heck of a game. I think Noah Fant and Albert O have a good game, and I mean, if Tim Patrick plays, yeah, sure. I think he's going to go off. Why not everybody?
So what are
let's
they
go
putting up
Melvin
about
Gordon.
650 yards?
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. Drew Lock's
That's
going to go for
probably
800.
that's probably the floor.
Yeah.
If I
Real
have to
quick,
take a guess.
What is Drew Lock? I'm just very curious. I don't know what the fuck
I
he
think
is.
he's very
He's
The
talented.
poor man's
quarterback
version
that
of
put-
Herbert.
Yeah.
No, I think
How poor
he's
that,
a
like
good
Daniel
quarterback.
Jones?
They just don't put him in positions to
Oh,
succeed.
Chase, you drink very dainty. You were like, oh.
All right, so hold on. We haven't gotten Mike Steelman
Yes,
hasn't
I did.
responded.
I-
Two for
I-
Lock.
I go with Locke also. I like the Civ comment that Tyler made while Chase was trying to read his Drew Locke's part.
All right, well,
but-
you're all fucking wrong. Can we move on to the next segment?
All right, so it's all in my
So wait,
case.
we all went on Chase's side, so it's
All right,
wrong.
so let's go
So
to the next.
I'm-
He's just over it right
So
now.
I'm going to give you a
But this is
counterpoint
what
to
Shane does
Detroit.
to us too when we're all
So
against
to
him.
Detroit, I do think the Akuda is getting better week to week
Akuda
as a
Matata.
player.
Slightly.
And shut up, Chase. God. But no, he, I think Detroit's defense
Oh
is
my
very
God.
underrated. Minnesota has a new tackle because they traded Riley Reef. So they do have a new tackle, and he's still getting his feet under the ground. They do have good edge players in Detroit. So I do think they do get to Kirk Cousins. If Jefferson can get open and get hit on two big plays, Kirk Cousins is winning this. And that's the
Just
big
two plays.
difference.
I agree with
it's
you.
just-
All I heard Kirk Cousins winning it, and we're going to stop right there because I think Tyler, you're right.
Wait,
No,
hold
but
on.
he had-
Mike,
he had
Mike
already
pulling his
said
best
Mike
Donald
first.
Trump right now. Let's just
I-
point that
oh,
out.
that-
I'm
that's-
claiming Michigan.
Mike is-
So am I.
That's what I heard. I heard we won Pennsylvania. So on to the next one.
Oh my God.
All
I
right, so
can't
you
wait
want
to be on the show every week.
do you want
What
to
do we
Yeah,
do
this
next?
is
Every
fun.
Wednesday?
Let's do
This
this.
is-
Yeah,
this is
let's
a
do
fucking
this.
blast. I love this shit.
And Jeremy left, so let's just Shane and I do it. With
Jeremy
Tyler.
gave up. I thought we were best friends, and he gave up. Jeremy
He
voted
claps
for
out real
Kirk.
quick.
He voted for Kirk Cousins. So next on the list, we have running back. I'm going Devin Singletary
Should I
this
read the
week.
script? Hold on.
No,
Yeah,
stop
yeah,
it.
read-
I'm going to read it because that's my fucking job.
Devin
Shane.
Singletary.
Can I have a job
He
for
said-
fuck's sake? No. So,
So
Devin
Mike,
Singletary.
since you read a
Read 'em.
script, are you just like once it goes on, like once it's done, once it's not live, are you just like, thank you everybody, thank you guys so much for doing this. This is so great. This is awesome. I really
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
I love you guys so much. Seriously, I wouldn't be here without you and your support of my listeners. I love you guys so much. Kisses, hug, deuces.
God,
This is
people
fun.
hate us
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
All right, so let's go Devin Singletary. He's the consensus running back.
We lost everybody. We're down to 5 listeners.
No,
we're almost done. We're almost done.
6. We're getting there. We're getting there.
This is
All
entertainment, and who cares about numbers?
Oh,
exactly.
I'm an analytics-based person, motherfucker.
We just picked up 2 more. We now have 7.
We have 7.
We're up to 7. We're bouncing back up.
We got 3 likes on Facebook. That's the most we've ever had.
Well, we're up to an hour and 24 minutes. What do you expect?
I love it. I love it.
They all want to hear about Devin Singletary. Can I fucking talk?
Stick to the script, Mike. Come on.
I'm trying to, Tyler, but they're getting
trying so hard.
Technically, get 7 receptions per game against Seattle. Seattle gives up a lot of receptions to the running back
position. So Seattle is a play for a pass catching running back.
Shane, you're not on the script. Stop it.
He could have been if he put his own work in.
Nobody has run against Seattle except for Alexander Madison up the middle. They get gashed in the air by running backs, and that is why Devin Singletary and not Zach Moss is the play this week. He is the pass-catching back, and I expect him to get double-digit PPR points.
So, all right, Mike, I'm gonna be serious for a moment, if I may.
Please do, sir.
Zacharias Moss splits a lot of the touches with Devin Singletary. Pretty much, there's no discernible difference or reasoning why.
Mm-hmm. Yes, there is.
That's what concerns me is that they're going to split the workload against Seattle.
Yeah, they're going to split the workload, but Zach Moss has 6 out of his 14 touches last week.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God!
God, I can't bring that one up. No, 6 out of his 14 touches came inside the red zone. 3 others came on the other side of the field within scoring position. Right. So Singletary actually gets the breakaway run opportunities, but Singletary is not a fast player. So
he's got tiny legs, just tiny legs. He can't go that fast.
Right.
He's like the lollipop guild.
We have to pick outside the top 20. I'm not picking fucking studs here. I'm doing
exactly. Plus, Chase has to read the script for the next player. And
Chase, go ahead and tell why Matt Breida, your breakaway fucking star, is the stud of the week.
Matt Breida.
Oh, I'm taking Singletary.
Oh, shut up.
Tyler, I love you.
He's up against the 22nd overall ranked defense in Arizona. Up against the running back.
5 touches do well for you, Chase.
Wait, who's taking touches from him? Who's taking touches?
He's gonna break his leg on his 3rd carry.
Wait, who?
That's what he does.
Laird. Look, I don't like Patrick Laird, but they gave him touches last year. That coaching staff does.
That was last year. You wasn't on the roster.
But you haven't let Chase read his script once. Let him do it.
Let's see how Breida has done the past. How good has Breida been the past few weeks?
Hey guys, just as an aside, by the way, my asparagus piss is blowing up on Twitter right now.
I saw that. How in the world do tweets like that blow up? And I sit here and I try to give advice and just
wait, what is this?
Dude, I put up so many numbers about TJ Hawkinson being their Dynasty tight end 2. It got like 2 likes. I just said my asparagus piss reminded me that I ate asparagus today with the rock gif of him doing a 1 eyebrow smell, and it's got like 75 fucking likes.
Oh my God, that is awesome.
Yeah. No, honestly, and I was those 2 likes for the Hawkinson tweet.
Yeah, no, and I appreciate that, Tyler. But
I don't know how I did it twice, but it worked.
I thought it was him Dynasty happy hour.
I thought it was a good tweet, Tyler. I like the Hawkinson argument. One guy was like, well, he doesn't have the touchdown upside of Mark Andrews. I'm like, are you sure? He has more red zone targets and 1 less touchdown and 300 more yards. So I shut him up. But literally, you were the only 2 likes. But I talk about pissing out asparagus, and literally
I was only 25 of them.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, to the people that are still listening, so guys still listening, we don't want to waste time on people that left. So can you please repost your question if you're waiting for a question to get answered, please?
Oh my, not the homophobic guy, though.
Should we be serious?
Never a homophobic guy.
Should we be serious?
Like, dude, no. We should not be serious.
Tyler,
but
you want to talk about the election? I mean, we can talk about the electoral college.
I don't like.
No, shut the fuck up. We're not talking.
Like, every other sister of mine is gay. Like
how many sisters do you have?
What are you talking about? You don't.
Dude, you have brothers.
Are you counting in your head how many sisters
You have
Hey,
brothers.
you have
Did you
brothers.
just carry the
Sisters,
one?
no.
I got
Where
brothers
does that even
too, but
come
I
from?
mean, he's not gay. At least he hasn't come out yet.
Oh my god,
They're brothers.
Wait,
now.
hold on, Shane. You're divorced. Hold on. Things are starting to line up here for you.
I've explained that my sexuality is very fluid.
Yeah.
We're on Facebook.
Fluid.
So,
100%.
yeah.
Yeah. Who uses Facebook still, by the way?
Plenty of people.
I don't use it. I just use it for
That's
fantasy
where
football
all of our
discussion.
There's a lot of
And
fantasy
it
football
literally,
people on
like probably
Twitter. Yeah.
we probably have at least 50% of our listeners come from
Yeah.
Facebook.
So
At least
all
minimum.
4 of you that are still watching the show, come check.
We were up at 12, and then we got into gay talk. We went down to
Hey,
7.
Larry. Hey, Larry Monkey. What's up, man?
All right, now
he
we're
still
saying
here?
hey to Larry Monkey. Yeah, he just came back in.
I gotta
So
lay down. I've been drinking for.
I was gonna say, I think we need to wrap this show up. Yes.
We got 2 more positions. We got wide receiver and tight end, and we're done.
Okay.
All right, Daryl Mooney and Irv Smith. There you go.
Daryl Mooney.
What the hell just happened?
Wait. Irv
Where'd you
Smith
guys
is a
come
tight
from?
end. Mooney's
No,
a
Daryl. We have
receiver, right?
Daryl Mooney and Marquise Brown.
Man, I love
Do you
Hollywood.
guys
so
play
much.
fantasy football?
Can I give my argument? I have to pick people outside the top
Outside
20.
of the top 20.
Outside the top 20. This is dumpster dive week. We're not.
All right,
getting to pick
I'm gonna
studs.
be full serious. I'm gonna give you full serious.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. So I'm going to pick Allen Robinson and AJ Brown. Do you think I should start either of those this week?
I honestly think they're a dart throw. I don't think they're gonna be any good.
I mean, I think if they start actually practicing, they might be. But for today, maybe not. So anyway, outside the top 20, we're going to dumpster dive. Daryl Mooney, the consensus wide receiver 47. The Titans give the 7th most points to opposing wide receivers. And all of a sudden, Foles can find this fucking guy. He has been open for 5 straight weeks.
So bad.
And the ball has fallen short of him, like me trying to throw to my kid when I'm hungover. It falls like 5 yards short.
Why
But
are you guys calling them fools? Isn't it TDN?
Big
oh,
dick.
sorry.
Nick?
No. He's tiny. We actually call him Glory Holes Foles now,
Dick
according to Linda,
monster?
because
wow.
we have horsecock luck. So
Oh my
we're
God.
gonna go Glory Holes.
Have you guys
Foles.
seen that video, by the way? That video is amazing.
I don't want to see it.
Drew
but you
Lock's
know
got a
what's
horse
funny?
cock.
I don't.
The funniest part of all this is we made Mike crack. He actually cracked. He was very upset, and he went to he went to Allen Robinson.
I
and
went
AJ
full
Brown.
dad mode. I went full dad mode for a second.
You know, Chase. They mentioned that you or I might crack, but Mike actually cracked.
Oh, this is Mike's show. Like, this is something that's where, like, I don't even know. You know, like, I got
Wait,
work coming up.
hold
so-
on.
No, that's
Which one of you
awful.
guys is Mike?
The one up there.
Wait, you're pointing the wrong way.
I'm
Wait,
kidding.
who's
I'm
Mike?
kidding.
Who's Mike? Who's Mike?
I thought I'd get him again, but
He's
No.
pissed.
Welcome to my show, Tyler. I hope you enjoyed your joining.
Oh my god, I love
I'm
that.
happy you're here.
Chase, real quick.
I've been a big fan for a while, as you know. I'm happy you're
You
here.
know, Tyler.
I'm happy I'm
report to
here.
Tyler anymore. Don't let him bully you.
actually he does. He podcasts for me.
Oh
Who
shit!
does?
Right.
Every other
He does
Sunday.
chasing the points.
I
Why?
hate that name, by the way. I always wanted to
That
do
name is so fucking.
Football
just-
night.
we're-
Can
we
someone
are
tell me
looking
if you're
for a
going
new-
Darnell Mooney or Marquise Brown this week?
Yeah.
I wanted Football Night in Chase's Kitchen, and he wouldn't give it to me.
So dumb. That is the
Aw.
worst name.
Instead of
No.
Football Night in America, it's Football Night in Chase's Kitchen. I'm competing.
Shane,
for the
that's
viewership.
terrible, right?
No, that's horrible. That is literally the worst shit I've ever
Jesus
heard.
Christ! Like I would throw things at you if I saw you.
That
I
is
think
why
that's
that's
exactly
why
the point.
I do the marketing and Chase does the stat because this fucking guy
You do the
comes up with
marketing.
some shit.
You do, yeah, no, because
Oh, yeah,
when
yeah.
I think of you, I think of
day you
public
did.
relations.
Oh my
How's
God.
your YouTube stream going? Yeah, you're welcome. Because I post dumb shit like asparagus piss, and then I say subscribe
gonna
to the
say,
YouTube. That's all I do.
Mike, how's your stream doing?
My stream smells like ass, Tyler. I legitimately.
actually told
so-
my stream isn't as
no.
strong as it
But-
Oh my
but
god.
I'll tell you
Oh
though,
my God.
I was talking to somebody. He goes, "Wow, that must have freaked you out. You forgot you ate asparagus." I'm like, "Dude, one time I had a beet
Oh,
smoothie. I
God.
took a shit, and I thought I had cancer. Like I called my doctor. I'm like, the toilet bowl is fucking red. Like something went wrong. Like my ass just exploded." He goes, "Well, what did you eat?" I'm like, "Well, I had a beet smoothie." He's like, "That comes out red." I'm like, "I did not know." So thankfully, I'm still alive. You know,
Wait,
praise
you
Jesus.
drank a beef smoothie?
Yeah, I heard beef. I heard beef.
Yeah.
Oh, red
He's
beef.
going to be drinking a beef smoothie here at week 18.
No, T. Higgins was the number one wide receiver for all rookies.
We
You
made
know
we
that.
made a
Higgins.
bet.
No, you guys are saying his name wrong. It's TD Higgins.
Hell yeah. Wide receiver 1 for all the rookies. Chase, unfortunately, not Shane. Shane's just an asshole. But Chase, unfortunately, made
That's so mean.
That was hurtful.
I'm sorry.
Hurtful.
I'm sorry, Shane. Can I lean this way and give you a hug? I'll give you a hug.
Times Shane has messaged me like just in tears, internet tears, like, "Hey, this guy said something about me."
Oh yeah, Shane is very sensitive. You're correct.
Very.
Absolutely. And people don't know that.
A 13-year-old girl going through her period for the first time. That's me.
And with that, I think
okay, so
let's wrap up the show.
So Mooney and Marquise Brown.
Speaking of beat smoothies,
what do we got? Marquise
Brown. We all say Marquise Brown and we all say Irv Smith. Now let's wrap it up.
Irv Smith. Okay. Fuck it. I hate this part, Jordan Aiken.
Who does? Okay, let's. Okay, Mooney or Hollywood Brown? Who does Hollywood Brown play?
Hollywood Brown.
The Colts. You can't run to the Colts.
The Colts.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the thing.
Mooney plays who? Shh. Mooney plays who?
Mooney plays the Titans.
The Titans.
Soft is Charmin Titans.
Soft. Mooney's getting targets. Yep. Foles likes him. Foles
he can't throw within 5 yards of him though.
Yeah, exactly.
Last week
Mooney is a very underrated receiver this year. People don't understand how good this man is at football and how good his routes are.
I love Mooney,
and how fast he is.
I love Mooney. Look, I touted Mooney in the preseason. I said,
okay, don't be that guy. How many people do I need on Twitter saying, "Hey, look at my old tweet"?
I got it because I have like 4 hits in the history of my fantasy football career, so I have to keep saying.
How do you have 2 more than me?
No, listen, we already lost the guy from our show that touts all the stuff he supposedly said. But
here's the thing, though.
You guys will know in the first place because I'm gonna tout the shit out of him, just like Dak Prescott ended up in Denver. So I'm gonna tout the shit out of him.
That's the dumbest take I've ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Marquise Brown was chirping on Twitter, and he was like, "Oh, you got to use your soldiers.
You have no soldiers, yeah,
right." So that means
soldiers.
I can't. Yeah. So he's gonna So Lamar is going to make sure that he takes care of his wide receiver this week. I guarantee it. Hollywood sees like 10 targets this week.
Hold on.
Which would be 50% target share then.
Yeah, but hold on. Did you just say that Nick Foles can't throw, so I'm going to Hollywood Brown because Lamar can? Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Lamar's going to throw.
Lamar's a much better thrower than Nick Foles. Nick Foles is fucking close your eyes and just hope for the fucking best.
Lamar he does it 40 times compared to 12.
Lamar Jackson between the hashes.
Just because Marquise was I'm sorry, Tyler. Just because Marquise was popping off about not getting used, I think Lamar is going to be like, all right, I need to take care of this guy because he's the only decent fucking receiver.
And you know what he's going to think? He's going to sit here and look and be like, oh shit, I got to throw outside the hashes. Oh,
that's
maybe not.
Andrews.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah. Wait, I don't got this 6'5", 260 beast in the middle of the field. Sorry, you're gonna have to keep complaining.
All right, so what's the actual verdict? Everybody raise your hand if you're picking Hollywood Brown. All right, so it's 3v2.
No, we don't get to raise our hands. Like you didn't ask us. Like we're still here.
But Mike, it was your pick, so you don't need to raise your hand.
I'm going Mooney.
Yeah, Tyler.
I love Mooney, but
Tyler's welcome back.
I believe you, Chase. But you know what? You took my card, so I can't go with you.
I love Darnell Mooney in Dynasty.
So let's get to the last two. Irv Smith. We're going to make it a stack with Cousins, lie in the middle of the pack against the tight ends. At home, not prime time, big shootout. Or Chase, who picked Jordan Akins because fuck it, he hates this part and he thinks Jordan Akins should return to a normal role. So I think those are both compelling arguments. Do you have Irv Smith or Jordan Akins this week?
Irv Smith.
Oh, God.
Look, Irv, they finally started using him a little bit over the last few weeks.
4 receptions, 60-some yards, past couple weeks or so.
Actually targeting him, which is, that's useful for fantasy and for real football.
Hence why Hollywood Brown isn't going to be useful because he's going to get.
Dude, he's going to see at least 10 targets this week.
But when Lamar Jackson throws 20 times,
I don't give a fuck if he only throws 20 times. He's going to throw fucking 10 of them to Marquise Brown.
How is that going to happen when J.K. Dobbins has 30 carries for 3,000 yards next week?
Dude, you just told me Drew Lock was going to throw for 650 yards. So everything you say is suspect.
There's going to be a lot of records broken.
You're going to need to put me on retainer.
I'm not good with numbers. I only give the info.
All right. So, Chase, do you want to do the sign-off statements? You don't have to edit too much, and then we will fuck around and ask questions for the next 4
So we want to thank.
I asked people to repost their questions. I asked people to repost their questions. No, I asked people to repost them. So I'm going to just answer the ones that actually got reposted because we have 6 listeners right now. So we're limited with where we have. So let's go ahead and answer these. And let's start out with this one. So Jonnu or pick up Jimmy Graham or Everett. Jonnu's getting used a lot as blocker at this point because of Lewin being out. He's blocking it like one of the worst percentages he's had the entire season, but that also opens up opportunity for play action. Luwan, whatever. Fuck you. So it opens up opportunity for play action. So is Taylor Luwan affecting Jonnu Smith? And should he play Jonnu Smith or pick up Jimmy Graham, who's has not seen the red zone targets like we saw the first 2 weeks?
Because Cole Kmet's the man.
Yeah, I mean Everett's on bye, but he's my play moving forward, just not this week.
Just not this week, yeah.
Because he's on bye, so don't do that. That's a 0. It's guaranteed.
Yeah,
I would stick with Jonnu. I think Jonnu's actually dropped off because AJ Brown is becoming healthy, and he is just a stud in his own right. But and once again, Tannehill doesn't throw as much either. But I do think Jonnu, who was once the tight end one, early on in the season, I do think he will return to form a little bit.
He's crushing it. He's absolutely crushing it up into this past 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, you're at that level of tight end, you're hoping for a fucking touchdown. That's all you're hoping for. Because these are all those guys that are just at that bottom top 12 where it's like if he gets a touchdown, he's going to be a top 12 tight end. And if he doesn't, he's going to be tight end 37.
But first year's the receiving tight end now. First year's going out and miss the routes.
Yeah, and I mean, Jimmy Graham, the only thing I like about him, even if he hasn't gotten the red zone looks, is that he has touchdown upside. Jonnu Smith isn't going to get the run for a touchdown every week.
It's John O'Shea while we're correcting people.
Actually, he's from Philly, so I can call him whatever I want. That is actually the law.
But that was a good way for Mike to circle back to the beginning of the show.
We came full circle now.
It's Jonnu.
It's John Smith.
Hey, go to johnsonly.com.
Yeah, johnsonly.com.
It'll take it
right. I don't like either of those tight ends. You draft it fucked up if both of those tight ends are on your roster because they're the same fucking guy, and every week you're flipping a coin. I guess I'll play Jonnu Smith.
You should have drafted Hawkinson. That's all I got to say.
I like Jonnu and Hawkinson. I think both those guys are fire. What the hell are y'all talking about? All right.
Yeah, because he has old tweets proving it. Remember those old
wait, guys, get asking about Dexter Williams earlier because I have Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams.
I'm hammered.
Also have Carson, and I got lucky with DJ Dallas.
I spelled DJ Dallas wrong.
That's all right. That's why I was able to see if I should start if I can get lucky again.
Wait, you guys are both talking at the exact same time. I didn't
if not, I play Deontay Johnson since he plays Cowgirls. I got to be honest with you. I'd play Deontay Johnson over every one of those other options there. DJ Dallas scored, 2 touchdowns?
But is Deontay playing, though? I mean,
if he can make it through the whole game, he's going to dominate.
Yeah, you never know.
I think he's off
DJ Dallas. I'm sorry.
No, I think he's off injury report. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I got a lot of Deontay Johnson truthers angry when I talked about that being a variable wide receiver core. Like, they were pissed. I think
Claypool's a man.
Yeah,
Claypool is a man.
He is a grown-ass man. And
Deontay Johnson's a boy.
Deontay Johnson gets hurt, and when he doesn't get hurt, he gets angry when people touch him.
DJ, my favorite EDM artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, go Deontay.
Dude, I know you guys, had issues with this dude, but he's funny as shit. He's on every single show. So
Grant?
Right.
Yeah, Grant. He's
no. Grant's fine. Just stop. He's a young dude. Stop being homophobic. I mean, other than that, that's cool.
Yeah, no, other than the homophobic thing, yeah, we shouldn't do that.
Yeah, we shouldn't do that.
I'm mostly gay, so like it's fine.
I'm mostly gay.
No, would you say 75-25, 80-20? Like, how are you leaning?
He's like Hollywood Brown's target share this week. That's the percentage.
We have any other actual questions here? Or
I like Deontay Johnson over those other options.
I do like DJ Dallas if he does get more playing time. I think he's earned it. And I do think that he could get more of a role on third down. Carson can't stay healthy. Dude gets hurt all the time. So they need to cut his touches. And I think DJ Dallas has proven himself to be.
But hold on, though, Tyler, because we were talking about David Johnson falling into the end zone earlier. What did DJ Dallas do that you liked other than falling into the end zone?
His first game in the NFL. Shit. His first game in the NFL. Well, David Johnson has played 100 games or so, maybe.
No, David Montgomery we're shitting on, I think.
David Montgomery is not athletic. DJ Dallas actually has athleticism.
DJ Dallas
and he can snag balls. He's really good.
He fell into the end zone twice, but otherwise he just ran into the offensive line.
I was waiting for that change.
Okay, we got to give a man a mulligan for his first career game, like first multiple touch game. The guy's going to catch balls.
He's an balls all in the face, all in the hands. It doesn't matter. He's going to catch balls.
He was an ex-receiver at Miami. The dude knows how to catch a ball. He knows how to run routes out of the backfield.
He's really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the problem is that
2 touchdowns, not just 1, 2.
Yeah, but what did he do though with those touches? How many touches, Chase?
He didn't look efficient. He wasn't efficient with them.
The efficiency was garbage.
Right, and you're facing a very good front seven.
Tyler, if Carson plays, I know what you're saying about him always getting injured. They don't limit his touches. That's don't. True. If Carson plays, he's getting a full run of it until his body explodes.
You know who I want to start in that game? DK Metcalf. There you go.
Yeah,
there's some.
I like that. I'm gonna play Russell Wilson.
Analysis.
I was gonna say that's an easy call. Yeah, wow.
I was thinking ready for a sleeper.
Yeah,
Tyler Lockett.
See, you now you've got Shane worked up.
Sucked last week.
Yeah, I'd rather have DK.
I am so jealous of redraft because it's literally like I'm just throwing everything because it doesn't everything's easy. Everything's easy. It's like, oh, which top fucking 24 receiver do I pick this week?
Who do you start? Do you start DeAndre Hopkins or do you start Tyreek Hill?
Ooh, yeah, that's rough.
Can you possibly fit one of them in your flex?
Wow.
Also, I have Julio Jones on my bench.
No. I can't start any of them in my flex because I have Christian McCaffrey.
Yes, 6-team league. 6-team work league.
And Tyler, at the beginning of this show, that was what was coming up when I kept saying, "Is this redraft or is this dynasty?" You know, some of the questions just didn't make sense.
It's like, oh, does the guy have a pulse?
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously, a league Shane and I are in with all the injuries and stuff, UDPL, I sit there and I go, who in the fuck am I going to start this week? Like, I'm just like, I'll start Jacob Hollister. Sure, why not?
You should see our listener leagues. HQ1 is a 16 team. You're starting players that are barely in the league.
Dude, I legitimately in the DTC league, I started Travion Williams and Gio Bernard one week because that's literally all I had. I'm like, fuck it. And I'm 7-1 because I actually won that week because the other guy started people that weren't even playing. That's how bad it gets when you get deep. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Who's injured? Who might show up?
All right, just Bob has a question.
Facebook
no, you play Juju, Bob. Never a
the Facebook user. By the way, the next question, DK Metcalf,
and that goes back to the beginning.
DK Metcalf is going to be the wide receiver one for Dynasty, and he's going to be a top 5 for redraft next year easily. The guy is having a Randy Moss-esque season when he went off. Like the way he goes on these 9 routes and deep balls, and how Russell Wilson has probably the prettiest deep ball next to Justin Herbert.
Yeah. Next to Justin Herbert. Jesus fucking
Justin Herbert is my 101 in Superflex.
Is your brain infected?
Not get me off of him. Justin Herbert is the 101 in Superflex. There is no second option.
There is a reason why I connected instantly with Mike is because he's smart.
He's bald.
I love it, man. I love it.
So here's the thing about DK Metcalf, and I love him. I don't want to act like
God, because he can't run a route. Because the 3 cone was bad?
No, but
can't turn, I was told.
No,
he just runs straight like an alligator. He has no knees.
We get so caught up in what someone's doing right now that's all we can see. So Juju Smith-Schuster 2 years ago, all we could see was my man
2 years ago.
2 years ago, 1,400 yards. We're like, this dude's 22. He's getting 1,400 yards.
I think he was 14 that year. I don't know.
Whatever. You're like, he's the new wide receiver 1. DJ Moore, it was the same thing last year. Like, I love DK Metcalf, but just don't expect this to be the norm. Like, it's not the norm to have Julio Jones numbers every week. It's not the norm to put up 94 yards receiving every week and a touchdown. That's just not it.
I love
like he's going to regress. Look, Russell Wilson throws a beautiful deep ball. Like I'd get that ball all on my face and be happy about it, but it's going to regress. It's just,
I got a trivia question for you guys.
But the difference is that it's happening now, and that's all that matters. Right now, it's happening, and you will win right now if you have him on your roster.
That's fine, but he was asking about next year.
I have a trivia question.
Yes,
for all you guys. So, and keep your hands up. I don't want to see your hands on the keyboard. Keep your hands at a decent level to where I know you guys aren't typing. So we have DK Metcalf, right? Who's on pace for 1,500 yards and 15 touchdowns, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who actually has a better score output so far this year? There's two guys.
Wait. He's going to give you the people, Shane.
Tyler Lockett.
No. There's only two guys.
Are we talking per game or total?
Like projected to finish out the season.
Is it Tyler Lockett and Tyler Boyd?
Tyler Lockett had one game, Tyler.
Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley's going to be one.
I need you guys to come up with consensus. Tyler, do not look it up. I feel like you're looking
Julio Jones. No, I'm not looking it up.
Okay.
I bet it's some old dude. Julio Jones. God, what
it's
an old
be
ass.
Tyler Lockett, because Tyler Lockett.
Give me Calvin Ridley.
Tyler Lockett had
Thielen.
one game.
Calvin Ridley and Thielen.
What is it, Jason?
If it's not a per
Thielen
game,
hasn't
per
had
game is
yardage,
Davante Adams.
No,
What
we need
about
a
Davante
consensus.
Adams?
We need a consensus between you guys. We need a consensus.
Per game, Davante Adams and Tyler Lockett.
I'm going to go Davante Adams and Calvin Ridley.
I'm going to go
consensus.
I'm going to go Julio Jones.
This is
and
not
then I'm going to go Tyler Lockett.
There's no
wonder America's
I'll say
we have two Tyler Lockett, right?
Yeah.
I really got to pee. Can you just give us the answer?
Yeah, I was going to say.
What's up, Size?
Oh, I would say the Davante Adams and Julio, but go ahead.
All right, so we have Davante Adams with 3 or 4. We have Lockett with
a couple.
Wait,
and
which
Julio
one
a couple.
Chase doesn't even know. Let's just move
I don't
on.
know what you guys are doing. All right, no, it's Tyler Lockett and it's Calvin Ridley.
Really?
What, really?
Boom.
Wow.
Only one of you fools said Calvin Ridley, and says this fool right here.
Well, that's not a consensus, so it doesn't.
So also, I do think Calvin Ridley is a man who, if Atlanta has an early pick, they need to take Jamar Chase if they're thinking about letting go of Julio, because Ridley can't survive as the wide receiver 1.
No, he's a wide receiver 2. It's Juju.
He's a Juju. Yeah, he's a Juju type player.
Juju, no question.
And I just remembered Adams missed a couple games, didn't he? He missed 2. Yeah. So okay, so there you go.
All right, are we done? Because I really have to piss.
Yes, I think we are. We're about to wrap up.
You have to take an attempt at the read at the beginning for Thrive. You actually have to do it for your first time ever.
Me?
Yep.
Yeah,
do you want me to do it?
And then we'll wrap it up.
Thrive?
No, you're doing Thrive.
Oh, we're wrapping up with Thrive, okay?
Yes.
I could do it. I'm awesome.
Whatever.
You don't even know our code.
Can I talk? Because this is my big moment. This is like my time to shine. Ready? I'm going to do spirit fingers. Ready? Here we go. Come #prop up on Thrive Fantasy this season. Thrive Fantasy is a daily fantasy sports app for player props. They have eliminated the need to do countless hours of research because they only ask you about the top tier athletes in a respective sport. If the NFL chooses 10 out of the top 20 props to build your lineup, the call to action is simple. Use our promo code CIRCLE when you sign up today, and you will receive an instant match bonus of up to $50 on your first deposit of $20 or more. Download Thrive Fantasy on the App Store or Play Store, or by visiting their website at www.thrivefantasy.com. Sign up and prop today, and while you are spending money, hit me up on my OnlyFans. $25 a month, $50 for the holiday special, and I will show you my butthole. Welcome to our sponsorship. Enjoy you showing up. Have a great night, my friends.
Do you want to tell everybody what you're doing over Thanksgiving?
Over Thanksgiving, I am grabbing both ankles and pulling them like a wishbone. $25, full butthole.
Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Who's going to get the larger side?
Oh, the right side. My left side is literally junk knee. The left side is barely going to move. So you're probably get a little bit my mouth, but all right. You enjoyed it, Tyler. I'm not going to just say it moved. It's okay. So yeah, so hit up Thrive Fantasy and my OnlyFans.
Fate. I can't get over Shane's.
I mean, there's not many things in life that make me feel uncomfortable or awkward.
You just went from 6 to midnight. Admit it, Shane. 6.
Like
how do you go deeper than 6?
It's like a turtle going back into a shell.
This is just like,
oh my god,
this is over the line.
Yeah,
it's just like wow.
That's over the line. Of all things you've said, this is over the line.
Yeah. So out of our 6 followers, my mom said she has to go to sleep. So thanks for tuning in, Mom.
Thanks,
I
Mom.
Appreciate it. Love your support, Mom. Apologize for the butthole comment.
Also, $25 fans only.
Yeah.
Oh my
$25
God,
Bob. You want to see what my butthole is thrown into? Just enjoy to wipe it. $25.
She's just in the chat reminiscing. Like, oh my god, I remember.
She's texting him. I'm so disappointed.
No, this is awesome.
She actually just texted me. I'll give you 23.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
So
thank you guys for letting us intervene with your fantasy football life. We're out.